the very best players in the entire country.
Aiden Judah, Mr. Electricity.
Amon with the carry, and he's in again for his second touchdown of the night. Dives for the pylon, and he's got it.
Touchdown, Norwood. Jackson Pons. Touchdown.
Westmoreland County High School football is on the air. This is 2024 Westmoreland County High School football, live on the Westmoreland Sports Network, presented by M&M Trucking in Latrobe. Your shipment is our top priority. By Ameriserve Financial, banking for life. By Building Bodies Fitness Center in Derry, helping the community achieve their fitness goals. By Keystone Kitchen in New Alexandria, good food for family and friends. By the Matthew X. Merlin Funeral Home in Derry, providing funeral services to meet the needs of each family. By Pit Stop Pizza across from the high school, serving legendary pizza since 1994. By Debner's in Blairsville, the area's leader in pools, spas, lawn, and garden. By Huss Chiropractic in Loyal Hannah, live well adjusted. By Barclays Dairy King in Derry, the best ice cream with the largest portions in town. By the Cooperstown Event Center in Latrobe, for all of your life events. By the McCabe Funeral Home in Derry, thoughtfully assisting the Derry community in their time of need. By the Derry Area Education Association, every student, every day, we make a difference. By Industrial Packaging Supplies in Blairsville, specializing in product protection for all shipping needs. By Doctors Hansen and Torba in Derry, providing exceptional dental care in a comfortable environment. By Innate Fitness in Latrobe, changing the game. By State Farm Agent Sarah Crispin Thomas. Like a good neighbor, State Farm Agent Sarah Crispin Thomas is there. By the FO Eagles, people helping people. And by the Derry Area Football Boosters. Now, the Westmoreland Sports Network takes you live to the stadium for tonight's pregame show, presented by Innate Fitness in Latrobe. With Bob Lisinski, here's John Flickinger.
And a very pleasant good evening, everybody. We are live at Trojan Stadium as the 2-0 Deer Lakes Lancers are in town to take on the Derry Area Trojans. So glad you could be with us tonight. My longtime partner, Bob Lisinski, has another engagement this evening, so it will be Coach Tom Esposito to my right, providing you with color commentary this evening. And although it's not basketball, Coach Espo is pretty well versed in his all the way back to his Blairsville Bobcat days. But Coach, thanks for doing this, and I know you are well prepared.
Thanks, Sean. It's nice to be with you tonight. Beautiful night for Friday night football in Western Pennsylvania, and we should see a good one tonight.
Tonight's Trojan pregame is presented by Innate Fitness on Main Drive in Latrobe. Innate is changing the game for a healthier mind and body. One thing that was healthy for the Trojans last week, Coach, was that they got their first win 21-7 over a Freeport team that came in here riding high after walloping Indiana the week before. The Trojan offense continued to sputter in the first half, and although Freeport outgained the Trojans in the first couple of quarters, they were hit with 9 first-half penalties and really were undisciplined all night long. After a scoreless tie at the half, the Trojans would finally get the offense going, but the defense first came with the first turnover of the game, the only turnover of the night, and it was a big one, and it tilted the field in the Trojans' favor. But it was a 4th and 13 play that was executed to perfection on a backside post. Sophomore quarterback Anthony Sacco tossed a 33-yard touchdown pass to junior Max Dobrak, and the first team to dent the scoreboard was the Trojans. And Tom, that had to feel good for Anthony and his confidence.
I'm sure it did. And, I think the key to that game was holding Freeport scoreless in the first half. And when I took the officials up at halftime, I can hear what's going on in the locker room. And Coach Molnar, he did a great job at halftime rallying his defense and getting them motivated. And then Coach Milan and Coach Ron Polinsky, when you put those two minds together on offense, to make adjustments at halftime, good things are going to happen. And I saw Anthony in school this week, and standing down in the end zone where I was, I can't see how plays develop, but I told Anthony that if he put that ball anywhere other than where he put it, the ball would have not been caught, let alone a touchdown. I mean, it was a great throw from the young quarterback.
Freeport would answer that score on their ensuing drive to tie it at 7, but then it was time for Damari Robinson as he would break off 2 unanswered touchdown runs, 1 of 27, and then a 66-yard burst where he broke a couple of arm tackles and outran the defenders. The rejuvenated Trojan offensive line then took the game over, and the Derry defense continued to frustrate the Yellow Jackets as the blue and gold picked up a 21-7 victory. Damari finished with 159 yards on 19 carries, and just as Coach Mike Arone said before the game last week, Tom, Damari has to touch the ball a lot more. Well, he certainly did last week.
Well, he did, and he's, on most nights he's going to be one of the better athletes on the football field. And, the more touches he gets, from the backfield or catching passes out, in the flat or down the field, good things can happen from Damari. He's very quick. Looks like he has good vision, and he took advantage of what Freeport's defense gave him, and he hit the hole a little quicker last week.
The Trojans had an interesting week preparing for this 2-0 Deer Lake squad. It was more of good news and bad, I guess, so to speak. The unfortunate news is senior Colin Barkley, who has played such a big part in the success of this team the last couple of seasons, got injured in practice. It's a rib injury that will require some healing, so he is out of the lineup, and that's certainly a concern for Coach Arone because Colin is a two-way starter. He also is the long snapper. He plays special teams. He does so many things, so some other guys are going to have to step up tonight. The good news is the addition to the Trojan lineup tonight of Dylan Pitzer, who recently enrolled into the district because of the agriculture horticulture program we have here. He is 6'6", 250 pounds, and if the name sounds familiar, it's because Pitzer had a heck of an early career at his Mount Pleasant High School, both on the football field and even more on the wrestling mat. He compiled a 44-4 record as a sophomore last year. He finished 4th in the state, 2nd in the WPIAL last year as a heavyweight, and he certainly will provide this football team with a big, strong, and athletic presence, Coach, on both the offensive and defensive side of the ball. He's wearing number 77 tonight.
Yeah, it's a big blow. Colin Barkley, he does a lot for the Trojans on both sides of the ball, as you mentioned. I remember the preseason article about him. Coach Arone had high praise for him, and in talking with Coach Arone this week, they got to shuffle some players around, but when you can put a Dylan Pitzer there in the defensive line, hopefully he can cause some havoc in the along the line. And when I see him in the hallway, I look up to Stanley, and now I got to look up to him. And I jokingly, I tell you what, he's a great kid. He's very respectful, well-mannered. He's so soft-spoken. But I joke around with him that he'd look better in a basketball uniform than a wrestling singlet.
What was his answer to that?
Not happening.
Yeah, right, absolutely. His brother, Dayton Pitzer, is a 3-time state champion for Mount Pleasant. So it certainly runs in the blood, and they are real big in the farming industry, and that's why he is here at Derry Area, and we're glad to have him. And he, again, will have to fill some shoes tonight because even though he's only had a week of practice, he, has to play and play in place of Barkley and make some things happen on Coach Arone's Trojan team tonight. Statistically, Tom, the Trojans are averaging 140 yards on the ground per game, a little over 50 yards through the air. Damari has rushed for 229 of those 280 yards gained. Sounds familiar as we think about Ahmad Ward last year. So a couple of things here. One, they will need to get more production, I think, out of some of these other guys. And two, they may have to throw the ball a little more, even if it's in early downs, to open up the running game, because each facet of the game, Tom, piggybacks off one another, the run game and the pass game.
Yeah, they complement each other, and Derry's going to have to do a good job of trying to keep Deer Lakes off balance. And Deer Lakes is suffering an injury to one of their players as well, which could, hurt their offensive scheme. So, it's going to come down to just like any other football game. You can't turn the football over, and you can't commit penalties, and hopefully we can sustain some long drives, and Damari breaks one.
And really, it's been our defense that's been playing tremendous. I mean, we saw it against Ligonier Valley. The 90-yard drive was probably the biggest drive they gave up, in the first 2 weeks of the season that, the Rams were able to cash in and, going that far to score. But other than that, you look at last week, Freeport coming in, they put 30 on Indiana, but our defense has been playing great. Sophomore Preston Donovan certainly stepped up last week, number 42 for the Trojans, had a big night, and that had to make him feel good because you got the other guys around him and guys like Brady Brown and company.
Yeah, Coach Moe is very good. I mean, Coach Arone has a great coaching staff. He doesn't micromanage them, and I can relate to that. Having coaches that you can trust and you have faith in them, and you don't have to micromanage them. But Coach Molnar does a fabulous job with that defense, and with Brady and Max, they make things happen on defense, and they have a nose for the football.
The opponent tonight, the Deer Lakes Lancers, under longtime head coach and such a great guy too, Tim Burke. They come in here at 2-0. They're flying high after good wins over a couple of solid programs in Keystone Oaks and South Park. When we come back, we'll break down the Lancers, who are not unfamiliar to the Trojans, as they've had 4 matchups in the not-so-distant past. This evening, here at Trojan Stadium, it's Salute Our Heroes Night, which is always a special evening, bringing here the men and women of our armed forces. That ceremony is getting ready to take place right now, and when we come back on Trojans Pregame, presented by Innate Fitness, we will break down tonight's opponent, the Deer Lakes Lancers, as we get you set for another exciting night of high school football right here on the Westmoreland Sports Network. Innate Fitness in Latrobe wants to help change your game. Innate uses a unique training experience utilizing professional creativity that will challenge each and every one of your fitness levels. Innate Fitness has several affordable programs to fit your budget. Join Innate today and take advantage of their strength, conditioning, weight loss, and flexibility programs. Let them put a plan together for you with a free evaluation. Also be sure to check out Innate's athletic training, baseball, and softball services. Online at InnateFitnessLatrobe.com or stop on in and see our beautiful facility located on Main Drive in Latrobe.
Debner's Pools, Spas, Lawn and Garden is your go-to source for all of your outdoor needs since 1982. In-ground pools, above-ground pools, swim spas, and hot tubs too. Debner's offers everything from do-it-yourself kits to fully installed special deliveries and everything in between. Let Debner's take the hassle out of your pool experience with the best products and the lowest prices anywhere, so you can start enjoying more priceless time with the ones you love. Why wait? Call or stop in Debner's today.
Barclays Dairy King has portions so big you may want to share them with a friend or share them with your brother.
Hey, that's my strawberry milkshake.
Maybe not. Barclays Dairy King has been serving up the tastiest ice cream to the dairy community for over 40 years. Stop in and try one of our delicious sundaes, our legendary banana split, or our soft serve ice cream in a cone littered with sprinkles.
Okay, you can have some.
Barclays Dairy King, West 4th Avenue in Derry.
The Matthew Merlin Funeral Home in Derry provides individualized funeral services designed to meet the needs of each and every family that comes through our doors. From casket choices to funeral flowers, our staff of dedicated professionals will help you through all of the planning of the funeral service. Please call us at 724-694-8331. The Matthew Merlin Funeral Home on North Chestnut Street in Derry. A celebration of a life well lived.
Please be reminded that the bleacher section underneath the press box.
Just a beautiful evening so far for high school football, although there is some rain in the forecast for later tonight, Coach, so we'll have to keep a watchful eye on that. But tonight's opponent for the Trojans, Deer Lakes, they've put up 63 points in their first two contests. They have yielded just 29. They are led by a strong offensive line and an outstanding tailback by the name of Zaire Williams. He's a 5'9", 155-pound senior. He ran for 118 yards last week and 3 touchdowns. He rushed for 114 the week before. So he will be a handful in this spread style of offense the Lancers like to run. They also have a pretty good quarterback in junior Jake Fleischer. He threw and rushed for a score last week. He finished 11 for 17 for 90 yards, and his touchdown scamper was from 38 yards out. So the Lancers have some weapons on the inside. They have a good offensive line, good running back. They also have a couple of weapons on the outside, including 6'4" junior Don Shuba, who pulled in a score a week ago, and also senior Zach Grant. So plenty of weapons and some outstanding athletes out here tonight, Tom.
Well, you hit the nail on the head right there. Deer Lakes always has great athletes, and winning 2 games in a row against a very good South Park football team. I'm sure they want to keep the momentum going, and as they head into their conference play, the injury to their fullback Sam Guthrie. He plays the H-back position, and Coach Rowan was telling me he's like their lead blocker, so maybe, they're going to put the ball in the air a little more, and hopefully our secondary can react to it.
When you look at a team like Deer Lakes, and over the years, they always seem to have a pretty good quarterback, and Coach Tim Burke's son, Derek Burke, was outstanding. I remember when he started as a freshman, and he just kept getting better. He was good as a freshman. And he's graduated now, but Fleischer has done a nice job. But, Derek Burke certainly, and I don't know, I know Coach Burke knows that this one's on video tonight, and he might be watching, but he just had a heck of a career. So it's always good to have a solid quarterback as your main man out there offensively, and I think Fleischer provides that.
Well, obviously, just like any other sport, you have that one position player that makes the team go, and he's very talented. He can hurt you with his arm. He can hurt you with his legs. So, hopefully we can get some pressure on him and contain him from getting on the outside.
Want to thank all of our sponsors tonight along the network here. Nicolette Peterson is running our production tonight, and we will continue our Trojans pregame presented by Innate Fitness. When we come back, you will hear from the head coach of the Derry Area Trojans, Mike Arone, as we continue to climb toward kickoff on Salute Our Heroes Night and here on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
Over 25 years, Huss Chiropractic has stood as a trusted and experienced provider of chiropractic care in Western Pennsylvania. Huss Chiropractic combines award-winning expert care with compassion to provide personalized treatment plans to meet your individual needs. Don't be sidelined with pain. Allow Huss Chiropractic to help tackle your pain and get you back in the game. Contact us today by calling 724-879-4385. Trust the award-winning care at Huss Chiropractic. And remember, don't let pain adjust how you live. Live well adjusted.
Hi, I'm Brian Krause.
And I'm his wife, Lori.
And we're the owners of Keystone Kitchen in New Alexandria.
We open at 7 a.m. Wednesday through Sunday. For our made-from-scratch breakfast, enjoy homemade sausage, gravy, and biscuits, corned beef hash, where you can't go wrong with steak and eggs. And for lunch, try our homemade chicken salad, wraps, fresh salads, and the best burgers around.
When you come in and see us, we want you to feel like family as soon as you walk through our doors. Everything at Keystone Kitchen is made with love, and we want to pass that on to you.
Keystone Kitchen is located on Route 22 in New Alexandria.
We hope to see you soon.
We believe banking is about more than money. It's about moments, like the time you opened your Ameriserve checking account to deposit that first paycheck, or were handed the keys to your dream house. Then there's the time you spend planning to make your family's future a bright one. No matter where life takes you, you have a trusted team of professionals at Ameriserve to guide you. Ameriserve, banking for life. Learn more at Ameriserve.com. Ameriserve Financial, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
At Pit Stop Pizza in Sunoco, you play and we pay. That's right, over $10,000 a week paid out in the Pennsylvania Lottery. We also offer your favorite cold beer and hard ices featuring 5 flavors including blue raspberry, blackberry, and Long Island iced tea. Pit Stop also offers a full menu of delicious foods, from their legendary pizza to their mouth-watering jumbo wings, gourmet burgers, and chicken sandwiches made from scratch. Visit or order online at pitstoppizza.com or just stop in anytime. Located across from Derry High School on Route 982.
This is the Coach Mike Arone Show, presented by M&M Trucking in Latrobe. Your shipment is our top priority. Here's John Flickinger and the head coach of the Derry Trojans, Mike Arone.
Mike, what a way to get back on track. I know we talked about it. First game into the second game, improvement, but wow. I mean, so many good things in that game last Friday night. Congratulations to you.
Sure. Thanks, Flick. I thought our guys rose to the occasion. We had a good week of practice. First half offensively, kind of stagnant, didn't do what we wanted to do, but we played really well defensively. We made some halftime adjustments and came out in the second half and was able to move the ball a little bit, make some bigger plays, and come out on top. So really proud of our guys, but we still got to focus on getting better and improving every week.
You mentioned getting a fast start, and that doesn't always mean offensively. Defensively as well, and I thought the defense set the tone. You kicked off to them, and it was your discipline coming through as opposed to theirs early in the game. In fact, when you look at the first half, you had no penalties. They had 9 in the first half. Your defense was disruptive. They made plays, and, they kept that offense who had scored a lot of points the week before that, kind of stumbling a bit.
Yeah, and, to start the game, that's always a fight between Coach Mole and Coach Ox. And Coach Ox wants the ball first. Coach Mole wants to play defense. So we won the toss and we decided to defer. I thought it was a good idea to get our defense out there and set the tone. And they did that. There was one big play in that drive, but they stood tall. And they stood tall all game long. I agree with you. I thought we were disruptive at times. We covered pretty well for the most part, and they really didn't run the ball. So that was a good offense that we saw on film, so I was really proud of our defensive effort.
And I know they put themselves in tough situations, but you also put them behind the chains with, tackles for loss. You look at a kid like Preston Donovan, who really, after, week 1, you didn't hear too much of him. Week 2, he was all over the place.
Yeah, and I told him on the sidelines at the end of the game, I said, you really grew up today, Preston, and just keep getting better. And it was obvious his improvement from week 1 to week 2. He still has a lot of work to work on as a young linebacker, so we saw some stuff on film that we pointed out to him, and that's our whole team. We did things better at times, but we still have a lot we could work on and get better.
I thought collectively, too, you got good pressure on the quarterback because you were concerned about his running ability as well, and you got a big turnover in the second half. You went into halftime at 0-0. That turnover didn't turn into points immediately, but eventually it did because you flipped the field position.
Yeah, and those are things we work on in practice almost daily, at least defensive practice. We have tackling circuit, and part of that tackling circuit is the turnover circuit. And we tell our guys all the time, you're going to play like you practice, and that one obviously paid out for us. Braden Robinson, doing just like we do in drills. There's a pile of guys being held up, come in, strip the ball. He did right into Vinny's hand. So that was big, and we didn't turn the ball over. And that's a big part, any coach will tell you, of winning a football game is win the turnover battle. So that was big for us.
You were wondering if Damari could handle it between the tackles. What did you give him grade-wise after this last week?
I
B plus A. We have to see more, but man, he's a kid. I think he just wants his team to win, and he's willing to do whatever to make that happen. And I thought he ran well. He had good vision. He even showed, I think, his first touchdown run. He broke a couple tackles, lowered his shoulder, and bounced off some people, and then he has breakaway speed. So we were happy with his performance. Kudos to our offensive line again for getting better. But we're going to have to continue to have that performance from Damari, but we're also going to have some young guys that are going to need to step up because he's going to need to be spelled at times. So happy with that performance, and hopefully the sky's the limit for him.
One thing that I saw, and I know that you did as well, when you looked late in that game, and you talked about the offensive line and their improvement, but they seem to be wearing that Freeport defensive front down, especially at the end of the game when you had to put it away. And that, for them, had to have been a major confidence boost because, a lot of people talked about, Freeport was pretty good up front, and they showed it in that week 0 game. Well, now it was the Trojans who were able to impose their will.
Yeah, and our kids take pride in the conditioning we've done throughout the offseason, and even in the season now. We've told them that we're going to have to win games in the fourth quarter, and they've gotten themselves in shape. And, for a minute there was 5-6 minutes on the clock, and I was yelling at Anthony, our quarterback, to slow it down, look at the play clock. And I think it was Coach Poe looked over at me or through the headsets and said, they're gassed. And I said, okay, then let's not slow it down, and let's just keep taking it to them. So that was good to see, and that's a great feeling, not only as a coach or an entire offense, but for an offensive line when you can see you're wearing that other team down. And it's kind of what we did towards the end of the game. So we'll continue to work on our conditioning and make sure that no one's outworking us.
Let's talk about your sophomore quarterback. Anthony, in week 1, he missed some throws. He did some good things, but I thought last week, not only the throw, we'll talk about that here in a minute, but just for him to be able to manage the game. Certain things you see him do. He controls the huddle, making sure he gets the plays in, with Coach Ox and things like that. But what was really special about him the other night was the throw he made on 4th down, because we all know he has a strong arm, but just take us through that play because it was executed to perfection.
Yeah, sure. And again, Anthony's come a long way and he continues to grow. But that came from upstairs. Coach Nymek said, listen, no one's in the middle of the field. I think we have a backside post, so we set it up. And he did. Perfect throw, great catch by Doperak. He threw a couple fades earlier on too. A real nice catch from Ricky Daniels. One that actually hit Damari right in the hands. Probably should have caught. So he's really coming along. But you hit the nail on the head there, Flick. He runs the offense well. And as a young kid, he's also a leader. He'll get people where they need to be lined up. He'll talk to the entire offense like we need to focus here. Come on, we're doing. We're not playing up to snuff here. So he's come a long way. He's very confident in himself, which is a good thing. He's not cocky, but he's confident in his ability to do things. So we like that about him, and he keeps growing. And does he make some mistakes? Absolutely. We expect that. We just have to keep that at a minimum.
So just an outstanding game plan. You get the win, 21-7. You get back to 1-1, and now tonight you have to take on another good football team, a 2-0 Deer Lakes team. Coach, that they have some veteran leadership on that team. What can we expect from them this evening?
Yeah, these are the types of games you like to play, and I've been asked quite a bit recently about it's an exhibition because it's non-conference, and I just don't buy into that. We have to take every game as a game we need to win, especially if you think you're going to be a playoff team and you don't make that top 3. There's at-large bids, and you really want to lose non-conference games, but they present a lot of problems. Similar to Freeport, and they're going to spread you out. Try to run up between the tackles. Very, very good running back. He's a big boy, and he runs hard. The quarterback has a strong arm. We've noticed they like to find matchups that they like and try to maybe throw the home run ball a little bit. So they can run, they can throw. You have to be able to defend the whole field. So they're going to present some problems. And then, up front, I know they're pretty strong. So we're going to have to be able to move the ball again. We're going to have to be able to make big plays at times. And again, hopefully we just improve upon our performance from last week.
And limiting penalties and not getting turnovers, or getting turnovers defensively, but not turning it over is certainly a key. And if you can do that again, this week, and tonight that would be great, Coach. Salute your heroes night. We talk about this each and every year. We'll talk about it again just because it's such a great night here at the stadium, and everybody comes out, and all of our personnel that we so much respect also will be out here this evening.
It certainly is an amazing night, Flick, to honor not only the people that serve in our armed forces, but our local fire departments, police officers, anybody that really serves this country in the manner that they do. I know my father looks forward to this. He doesn't make it to a lot of Derry games because he has other grandchildren playing at Homer Center, but he's coming to this game, and he really enjoys it. He's a retired. He was in the Navy. So it's just a great night to salute the people that really deserve it.
Good luck tonight, Coach. Let's go get another win.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
Head coach Mike Arone joining us. It is the Mike Arone Show, heard each and every pregame show here on the Westmoreland Sports Network before the Trojans take the field. And they take the field tonight against the Deer Lakes Lancers. And we'll be back with starting lineups right after these messages.
Hey Trojan fans, this is Mike Moxenchuk, president of the Derry Area Education Association. The DAEA would like to wish the Trojan football team, cheerleaders, and marching band best of luck this season. We strive to make a difference in our students' lives and prepare them for the challenges and successes that lie ahead. The Derry Area Education Association. Every student, every day, we make a difference.
Welcome to the Cooperstown Event Center in Latrobe. The Cooperstown Event Center has seating for up to 300 guests, making it a perfect fit for wedding receptions, team banquets, parties, and wedding and baby showers. To book your special event, call 724-539-3383 or visit CooperstownEventCenter.com. The Cooperstown Event Center, Thomas Street in Latrobe. For all of your life events, go Trojans from the Coop.
Industrial Packaging Supplies in Blairsville specializes in product protection for all shipping needs. IPS is one of the largest manufacturers of industrial shipping reels and converters of interleaf papers in the Northeast United States. Industrial Packaging Supplies also features a variety of boxes, tape, flow pack peanuts, and corner protectors. Industrial Packaging Supplies, Westinghouse Road, Blairsville. Call 724-458-8299.
When you make the right decision, it feels good. Like picking the perfect accent rug or choosing a good night's sleep over an all-night crime show binge. It feels really good to make the right insurance decision, too. That's why State Farm agent Sarah Crispin-Thomas is right here in Latrobe to help you select the right protection at the right price. Sarah will make sure you understand your State Farm coverages so you'll know what to expect if the unexpected happens. When you want the real deal, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Outstanding job by the Derry Area High School Marching Band. The alma mater is coming up next. We need to take a look here on Salute Our Heroes Night at the starting lineups for these two teams tonight. First for the Trojans offensively. They will line up this way with Ethan Bendel, the center, a 5'7", 210-pound senior. The left guard, Vinny Dudzinski, 6'3", 175 senior. He will step in for Colin Barkley at that spot. The right guard is Owen Monick, 6 foot 220-pound senior. The right tackle, Jake Handel, 6 foot 250-pound junior. The left tackle, Aiden Piper, the 6'3", 300-pound sophomore. The quarterback, Anthony Sacco, 5'6", 130-pound sophomore, had a big touchdown throw last week to Max Doprak, who will be at one wide receiver spot tonight. Brady Brown, 5'9", 210-pound sophomore fullback. Damari Robinson, the 6 foot 170-pound senior, will be at the tailback spot. Ricky Daniels and Carson Weirs will start at the wideout spots. Daniels, a 6 foot 180-pound junior. Weirs, a 5'8", 130-pound freshman, rounding out the offense for the Trojans. Defensively will be Piper and Dylan Pitzer getting the start at defensive ends. The 6'6", 250-pound junior. The nose tackle was Jake Handel. The linebacking core for the Trojans inside is Brady Brown and Preston Donovan, Max Doherty, Vinny Dudzinski on the outside. Cornerback Damari Robinson, Max Stoprak, and the safeties will be Brett Klim and Braden Robinson, wearing number 7 for the Trojans. For the Deer Lakes Lancers, they will line up this way. Lee Hengelsberg, a 5'11", 245-pound senior, will be at the center spot. The left guard is Garrett Waybright, 5'11", 220 junior. The right guard, Sean Byer, 6 foot 290-pound junior. The tackles are Aiden McCurdy, 6'5", junior. Left tackle Joe Ashe, a 6 foot 265-pound junior. Jake Fleischer, the quarterback, 6 foot 190-pound senior. The running back Zaire Williams, we talked about him, a 5'9", 145-pound senior. The wideouts Dom Shuba, 6'4", 170 junior, and Zach Grant as the Trojans come out through the gauntlet. They're out onto the field. Zach Grant is a 5'11", 170-pound senior for the Lancers. Defensively, Williams and Ashe, the defensive ends. The defensive front is Byer, Hengelsberg, and Guthrie and Lover, the linebackers, along with Anthony Smith, a senior. The cornerbacks are Grant and Moore. Shuba and Cook are the safeties. That is our starting lineup, and when we return on Trojans Game Day presented by Innate Fitness, we'll have an opening kickoff here on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
The dental office of Doctors Hansen and Torba is excited to offer our patients same-day crowns with CEREC by Sirona. With the integration of CEREC, ceramic crowns can now be accomplished in just one visit and without a temporary. Doctors Hansen and Torba is also proud to offer our Patient Appreciation Program for patients who don't have dental insurance. Just pay the annual enrollment cost and enjoy incredible discounts on everything from cleanings to root canals. Doctors Hansen and Torba, Route 217, Derry Township.
Building Bodies Fitness Center is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, helping the community achieve their fitness goals. Building Bodies features the trademark Top Gun Fitness program coached by Derry alum Sean Horwath. It incorporates group personal training, youth fitness, and sports-specific training. Or try our renowned group fitness like Zumba, spinning, step, yoga, and more. Building Bodies is also home to Rough House Wrestling, a K-6 wrestling club led by former Trojan State champ Travis Schaefer. Go Derry Trojans from Building Bodies Fitness Center.
The McCabe Funeral Home has been thoughtfully assisting the Derry community in their time of need for over 45 years. The McCabe Funeral Home offers various funeral services, including traditional and non-traditional arrangements and pre-arrangements. They also offer a military funeral honors ceremony, which consists of the folding and presentation of the United States flag to the veteran's family and the playing of taps. Please visit McCabeFuneralHomes.com. The McCabe Funeral Home, West 3rd Avenue in Derry.
Good luck, Trojans, from the Fraternal Order of Eagles, area number 1612 in Derry. The Fraternal Order of Eagles is an international non-profit organization uniting fraternally in the spirit of liberty, truth, justice, and equality. FOE has carried the motto of people helping people for over 110 years in Derry. New members are welcome. Call 724-694-2344. The Fraternal Order of Eagles on East 1st Avenue in Derry. People helping people.
And number 7
Slight breeze blowing here at Trojan Stadium. We are ready for kickoff on this football Friday night here on the Westmoreland Sports Network. So glad you could be with us as Noah Sharina will tee it up for Deer Lakes. They won the toss, by the way, Coach. They decided to defer and give the football to the Trojans first, and Damari Robinson stands back deep for the blue and gold. Noah Sharina, really an outstanding kicker for this Lancer squad, and we are underway here from Trojan Stadium, and Damari will take it at his 6. Fighting to the 25-yard line, and that's where the Trojan offense will take over. And we mentioned it, they struggled in the Ligonier game, the week 0 game, Coach. They struggled in the first half last week, but they started to get it together in the second half.
Yeah, they made the halftime adjustments, and the offense got going, and hopefully we get off to a good start, get a few first downs here.
Ethan Bendel out over the football. The quarterback, Anthony Sacco, 8 of 24 this season, 103 yards, and that touchdown last week. He also has 1 interception. And the Trojans will have that scripted offense in their first possession. They go trips to the left. This is goes back to the Coach Milant offensive coordinator days under Tim Sweeney, now under center, and the handoff to Damari. Not much there. Maybe a yard or 2. Second down and 8. And we talked about Zaire Williams offensively. He's also a very good defender as well. Second and 8, jet sweep to the left. Running room, he fumbles the football and gets it right back. Luckily, that ball bounced right back into the hands of Carson Weirs. Nice blocking there on that play on the jet sweep to the left. The Trojans retain possession, and that'll be a first down to the 39. And quickly up to the football, Sacco barks out the signals, and now we'll look to the sideline. Trojans winning the field position battle, especially in the second half a week ago, and there is a flag, a false start coming against Derry. But field position certainly a big part of the game of football, Coach. When you play the ball or play the field on your side of the 50-yard line, then it certainly makes a difference when you're in the opponent's side, right?
Yeah, Weirs had some running room there. Unfortunately, he mishandled the football there. I think he would have, got another 5-10 yards on that run.
That penalty will hurt. It's something that Mike Arone talked about. We can't get behind the chains as an offense, and right now they're set with a 1st and 15 from their 34 as Sacco will fake a little quarterback draw, and Anthony in trouble, and he's brought down. Nice play by Joey Ashe, the 6', 265-pound junior. Brings him down for a loss. It'll be second and very long for this Trojan offense. Lorenzo Cota manning the camera this evening from Trojan Stadium. I gave him a little bit of a poncho to cover the camera just in case it does rain. Doesn't look it now with the skies.
How come I never get a poncho?
Well, you have plenty of them. Of course, Coach Espo mans our camera most away games, and Nick Raymond, our athletic director, stepping up tonight as Damari takes the call and has a hole off the left side. Just waited till his blocker set up and gets positive yardage on that second down carry. Still sets up third down and about 13 for the Trojans, but call it 12. But Nick Raymond, our athletic director, said he'll do your duties tonight so you can stand in for the coach, Bob Lisinski, who's not with us this evening.
Damari did a nice job there. He looked like he was very patient, waiting for his blockers, and he almost made it back to the sticks.
3rd and 12, Weirs all the way in the slot to the right. Ricky Daniels right side. Now actually to the left, a swing pass out to Damari. If he turns the corner, he has some room. He does, but he's knocked out of bounds on a nice play on the far side of the field. And it's going to be 4th down for the Trojans. Evan Moore forced Damari out. So it looked like he could get some room if he got to the corner, but Evan Moore made a nice play, and the Trojans will have to punt on a 4th and 11 coming up.
Well, talk about field position. Hopefully Gabe Guest can get a nice punt off here and tilt the field a little bit.
Zach Grant, the 5'11 senior, stands at his own 35-yard line. Low snap, but Guest gets it away, and a beauty spiraling kick. And he's been working with Coach Poe as it takes a Deer Lakes roll, but what a kick by Gabe Guest, getting it out of there. And it'll be down at the 25-yard line by Caden Weirs.
What a great job. He handled it. He handled the bad snap, and that might be one of the best punts he's had all season.
His first couple of punts this year were rough. He had a tough snap to handle in Ligonier. He's punted well since then. He had a tough snap there, and he got away a beauty. So this Deer Lakes offense, and like I mentioned in our pregame show, they've scored 63 points in 2 games, including 2 wins against solid programs, Keystone Oaks and South Park. They will go first with trips to the short side of the field. And they'll reposition Grant in the backfield. So 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Quarterback is Jake Fleischer. He is a senior at 6'4". And he will give on first down to Grant. Nothing there. The Trojans come up to make Jake Handel, number 76, the nose tackle, makes the first penetration. Brady Brown comes in to clean things up. 2nd down and 9, just a gain of a yard as Williams now enters the huddle.
I wanted to watch Dylan Pitzer on that first play. He's going to be in that backfield a lot.
Right side defensive end over there. Tight trips this time on 2nd down with the sidecar left, Zaire Williams, and he'll get the call. And he picks his way, but the Trojans are there, and they throw him forward for a couple of extra yards. Clem made the tackle. He picked up 5. It's going to be 3rd and 4 on the first possession of the night for the Lancers. Long punt by Guess. Outstanding job by Gabe. And if the Trojans defense can get off the field here, they'll continue to have good field position, you would think. 3rd and 4. Twins receivers, and Fleischman's pass is going to be caught, and it's going to be a first down. And that pass was pulled in by Grant. Zach Grant took a big shot by Robinson over there, but he does pick up the first down.
Nice tackle by Damari in the open field there.
I think I said Fleischman. I meant Fleischer. My fault, Coach. That pass play, they needed 4. They got 7. From the 38, first quarter of action here on the Westmoreland Sports Network. Fleischer stepping up and going down. Not much at all, maybe a yard, and there is Pitzer. He's in on a tackle. Just does a tremendous job with that. Just a sophomore.
Sure does have a nose for the football.
9 yards to go. We'll call it a gain of 1. Tight trips again to the short side. He got a single receiver to the left. Fleischer is in trouble, and he's going to have to just step out of bounds. He didn't get anything. As Dudzinski and Brown and Donovan all run him out of bounds. They're going to actually move the sticks forward about 2 yards, maybe, we'll call it a 3rd and 7 coming up for the Lancers. So the Trojans' stingy defense that we've seen in these first 2 weeks, playing it out again here. Deer Lakes, as I mentioned, coming in. Now, I will say this, defensively for Deer Lakes, and that's something I didn't mention in the pregame show, they gave up over 300 yards rushing in a win against South Park a week ago. You don't see that too often, winning a game that way. Jet sweep, nothing going. The Trojans are there, and they will take Grant down hard, and they're going to give him a little bit of forward progress before he's thrown back. A lot of Trojans around the tackle that time, and it's going to be 4th down coming up, and the punt unit on field for Deer Lakes.
Great job by the defense, force that 4th down, and We should have some good field position here.
Sharina, also the punter. So both Guess for the Trojans and Sharina for the Lancers serve as the place kicker and punter. And they move, nothing called. And a very high shanking kick. Get out of there. And it does take a Deer Lakes bounce down to the 24-yard line. And that's where the Trojans will take over. We'll step out briefly here on the Westmoreland Sports Network. 30 seconds, and we will be back. Actually, we're going to keep it here. And we'll just hold on here as this is not a media timeout. So the Trojans will get the football back.
Contact Dr. Dean Huss at Huss Chiropractic, our local leader for chiropractic care. Huss Chiropractic.
We saw a defensive struggle last week, Coach Espo. 0-0 at the half.
879-4385.
Trojans will have the football, 1st and 10. Weir's in motion. Sacco will give, and Robinson cannot get out of there as he's taken down. Good penetration that time by the Deer Lakes defense, led by Jack Guthrie, number 25, the 6', 180-pound sophomore. He got in there and knocked Damari off his pins before he could get going. 2nd down and 14, a loss of 4.
Well, thus far, both defensive lines are controlling the line of scrimmage.
Weirs and Daniels to the left. Doprack to the right. Handoff, and again, Damari's in all kind of trouble. He's trying to get out of there, and he went down on a knee. And he'll go down. Penetration all over the place on this Lancers defense. And led by Hengelsberg, number 70 that time. And it's going to be 3rd down and long again for the Trojans.
Not a bad time for a screen pass, possibly.
Yeah, thought about that. Sacco will roll to his right on 3rd down. His pass is going to be caught. And they're going to get some of that yardage back, but it's going to be 4th down and very long. And that was Doprack that made the catch. So they got some yardage there, which equal to about 7-8 yards. No, maybe call it 9 yards on that pass play, but it's going to be 4th down and about 8 yards to go for the Trojans, and Guess back on the field to punt.
Guess is back to punt. Grant back to receive.
So the Lancers trying to get the field position back here in the first quarter. A scoreless game. Not as good of a punt, but it'll work. Takes a bounce, a Trojan bounce, now goes laterally to the 46-yard line, and that's where the Lancers will take over as the punt was down by Ricky Daniels.
Yes, punt is down by Daniels.
The Lancers will have the football back in a scoreless game. Feeling each other out, these two teams, but I'll tell you what, defense has been the calling card here in the first couple of weeks of this season.
In any sport, your defense has to be very good, and we're seeing 2 very good defenses thus far in this football game.
Led by head coach Kathy Perry and assistant coaches Debbie Bushy and Wendy Angus.
A shout out for the cheerleaders over across the way. They'll make their way over here later to the press box side, and also the youth cheerleaders cheering with them. And here's Williams, and Williams gets a seam, and there he goes. 30 and down the sideline. He is not going to be caught. What Coach Arone didn't want to see happen is him get some room, and Zaire Williams takes it all the way, 54 yards for a Deer Lakes touchdown.
Virtually untouched, and once he got to the sideline, I don't think anybody was going to catch him there.
He's so shifty. Nice little cutback. Watched him run on film. So quick with his cuts. And that time, nobody on the backside of that. And the Lancers strike first as Sharina will attempt the point after under the Fleischer hold. Snap is true, kick is up, and that kick is up and no good. He missed it. 6-0 Deer Lakes on the Westmoreland Sports Network. We'll step out, be right back.
The Matthew Merlin Funeral Home in Derry provides individualized funeral services designed to meet the needs of each and every family that comes through our doors. From casket choices to funeral flowers, our staff of dedicated professionals will help you through all of the planning of the funeral service. Please call us at 724-694-8331. The Matthew Merlin Funeral Home on North Chestnut Street in Derry, a celebration of a life well lived.
For over 25 years, Huss Chiropractic has stood as a trusted and experienced provider of chiropractic care in Western Pennsylvania. Huss Chiropractic combines award-winning expert care with compassion to provide personalized treatment plans to meet your individual needs. Don't be sidelined with pain. Allow Huss Chiropractic to help tackle your pain and get you back in the game. Contact us today by calling 724-879-4385. Trust the award-winning care at Huss Chiropractic. And remember, don't let pain adjust how you live. Live well adjusted.
Robinson and Weirs.
Williams had 3 touchdowns last week. Add another one to that collection as he takes it 54 yards. And the kickoff is a short one, and it's going to be handled by Weirs, and Carson will get hit pretty hard at the 30-yard line. They'll get pushed back, and the Trojans will get the football back. But that's what this Deer Lakes team is capable of, especially when you have a guy like number 32.
Yeah, it was a big strike play there, and hopefully we can contain them and keep their offense off the field here for a little bit.
Third Trojans possession. They did pick up a first down on their first drive. But since then, it's been backward. They've been trying to get Damari going. Of course, last week, Freeport cost themselves with a lot of penalties. This time, Damari does have a little bit of room as he cuts inside and runs hard and spins his way for a hard 2 yards that time.
I was going to say he worked extremely hard for 2 yards.
Jack Guthrie and Joey Ashe team up. Second down. They're going to give him maybe 4, actually. Forward progress there. Good hard run by Damari. It wasn't much there at all. 2nd and 6 from the 34. Ladder motion this time. The handoff is the keep. That handoff was taken. No, that was Doherty. Doherty got the quick handoff that time, and he picks up the first down to the 45-yard line. Fooled me on that one.
Nice inside handoff, and Max, there's a hole you could drive a truck through there a little bit, and Max took advantage of it.
We talked about getting other guys involved other than Damari, because these teams are going to key on him, and that time Doherty was the up back, and he took the handoff. And now in an offset I formation, it's Damari, and this time he has a crack right side, picks up 3 to the 48-yard line. And that's what the Trojans need to do, positive yardage. They're not built right now for a team to get locked behind the sticks.
Yeah, just keep moving the ball forward, 2, 3, 4 yards at a time, and, hopefully that third down play is a short one.
On the scoreboard, Greensburg-Salem undefeated coming into tonight, 2-0. They lead Valley 7-0. The Trojans will take on the Golden Lions in conference play later this season as Weirs goes in motion. The toss this time, Damari will get cut down. And again, it was Jack Guthrie who has had himself a very nice first half. He sheds his blocker and makes the tackle. Not much at all for Damari. 3rd down and 7 to go.
Some tough treading for Damari thus far.
Trojans couldn't get the block out there on the edge, Tom. Under a minute to play, first quarter, 6-0 Deer Lakes. Showing blitz on the outside and stepping offside. That'll cost them 5 yards, and that'll make it a lot more manageable now. And we talked about Guthrie's play in the first quarter, but that time he got a little too jumpy, and it will cost them 5 yards.
We convert this first down. Looks like the win, we can maybe get at least some points with Gabe with a field goal.
Absolutely, and I want to say hello to Dale Hillis, who takes care of these fields along with Dave Siebold, Timmy Palantini. They do such a great job. With the summer we've had, the field is in outstanding condition. Damari in trouble. He goes down. He's not going to get there. Nothing. Again, the penetration. Anthony Smith, the linebacker that time, came up and made a big hit. They're actually going to, I'll call it no gain. So 4th and 2 for the Trojans in Deer Lakes territory. Decision time for Coach Arone, and I think he's going to go for it here. Well, Damari comes off the field, though. He'll take a little breather. And they got the big guy in there, Papuga, and Brown on the left wing. So they're going to go for it here on 4th down, and there's going to be a timeout. No, the end of the quarter, my fault. End of the quarter here from Trojan Stadium. Deer Lakes leads it 6-0 here on the Westmoreland Sports Network. Innate Fitness in Latrobe wants to help change your game. Innate uses a unique training experience utilizing professional creativity that will challenge each and every one of your fitness levels. Innate Fitness has several affordable programs to fit your budget. Join Innate today and take advantage of their strength, conditioning, weight loss, and flexibility programs. Let them put a plan together for you with a free evaluation. Also be sure to check out Innate's athletic training, baseball, and softball services. Online at InnateFitnessLatrobe.com or stop on in and see our beautiful facility located on Main Drive in Latrobe.
Booster officers are Garrett Smith.
Second quarter of action here on the Westmoreland Sports Network. Tom Esposito, John Flickinger with you. And the Trojans trail 6-0. A big 4th down play coming up. The quarter ended just in time. The Trojans had a chance to talk about it. I think they're going to go for it here, Tom.
Well, it also gives Damari a chance to get back on their field.
Next week, the Trojans will travel to Burrell to take on the Bucks. They're playing Mount Pleasant tonight. Mount Pleasant already with a 10-0 first quarter lead over Sean Liotta's Burrell Bucks. Trojans will try to convert this and keep this drive alive. Only 1 first down in the first quarter. Brown is the up back and an offset eye. Damari back in there. And Sacco will hand to Brown. Inside handoff, nothing there. And the Lancers will get the football back.
There was absolutely nothing there.
It just got stuffed. Ryan Love right in the middle, the linebacker. He basically read that play from the beginning, and he was in the hole before Brown could even get going. And the Trojans, who have run that play successfully over the years, I've seen 4 or 5 times this year the same play run. Coaches and teams are scouting that play because they've got nothing. And you got to look at the blocking on it too. Nothing there. And now the Lancers have outstanding field position as the Trojans roll the dice to no avail. They'll have it at the 47-yard line in their own territory. Williams back out there with the quarterback Fleischer. The wind is picking up a bit here at Trojan Stadium. Now Williams has to come off the field. They had too many.
Yeah, they had 12 on the field.
Now motion. Pass out of the backfield is going to be caught. Nice throw, nice catch by Grant. So Williams wasn't in the huddle, and that's how they get away with that. He hustles off the field, and Fleischer completes the pass to Grant, and that'll be enough. 10 yards, first down. They'll spot the football at the Trojan 41. 12-yard pickup. And Grant gingerly comes off the field. He's going to be okay, though. Now Williams is back in the game. First down play, handoff, Williams, spin move, and then he's hit, and he's dropped. He keeps the legs turning, but not a lot that time, and Brown and Donovan and Klim all come up to help out for the Trojans on that first down play. Second down and 9, they'll give them about a yard there at the very 40-yard line. And that's one thing Coach Arone mentioned. Deer Lakes likes to spread it out. They show you all kind of different formations, but they like to run the football, though. It's not a passing attack out of that spread. Wind is really whipping now here. That spells bad news for later, doesn't it? Low snap. Fleischer gets it, and his pass is incomplete. That pass intended for Evan Moore, the sophomore at 6'1", 160 pounds, a little wide of the mark, and Moore couldn't pull it in. So a 3rd and 9 coming up, and a big play coming up here for the Trojan defense to try to force a punting situation for the Lancers. See if the Trojans can get some pressure on the quarterback, Jake Fleischer, who's very mobile, Tom.
He is very mobile. You know, hopefully we can contain him and not let him get around the edge.
Williams, sidecar to the left, 2 receivers right, 2 to the left. Fleischer back, he looks, he throws over the middle, and it's caught. No, Grant can't hang on. Through his hands. And I think the Trojans might have stopped that shy of the sticks, the lead stick, I should say, anyway. But it's going to be 4th and 9 coming up at the 10:34 mark of the second quarter.
Here's a decision for Deer Lakes right now. Are they going to punt, or are they going to try to go for it and rely on their defense if they don't make it?
Well, the way they've been playing defense, I don't think they really care at this point. They're at the Trojan 40. So as of now, unless we get a quick kick or something like that, Fleischer will await the snap from the center, Lee Hengelsberg. On a 4th down play, Trojan defense trying to come up big. Fleischer back, has time, throws, pass caught, 1st down. I believe he got to the necessary yardage. Yes, he did. And that's Grant. Just a quick hitter and a nice strong throw. But again, Fleischer getting all kind of time to throw the football. Big game over at the Castle at Norwin between the Knights and the Latrobe Wildcats. Greater Latrobe leads 14-0 in the first quarter of that game. Both teams coming into that unbeaten. Thanks Shirley Flickinger for providing the scores this evening. New set of downs for the Lancers. Trojans had a chance to get off the field there in that 4th down play. They couldn't do it. And a fake to Williams. Fleischer keeps. Brown had him and lost him. And Fleischer picks up good yardage on 1st down. He ran for a 38-yard touchdown a week ago on a very similar play as he faked to Williams. Brown had him, couldn't hang on. And he picks up 7 on 1st down, 2nd and 3 coming up. See Hayden Flickinger in the corner of the end zone over there, all by his lonesome tonight because you're not out there with him.
I've trained him well, though. He knows what to do.
He knows what to do.
He has that gate open.
He's clapping. He wants a big defensive play. As Fleischer will reposition Williams now to his right. Trips to the right, single receiver to the left. Fleischer out of the backfield, caught by Grant. Grant, 1st down. Grant, touchdown. Wow, that was easy. They got the blocking out there on the edge and just a little bubble screen out to the right, and Grant didn't have to do much other than run it in. He was not touched, and it's 12-0 Lancers at the 9:36 mark of the second quarter, and they're going to go for 2 here.
Yeah, he virtually just walked that ball in.
See if the Trojans can at least stop this and get back to the drawing board. Tight trips to the left. 2 receivers to the right, an empty backfield. And Fleischer, a little shovel pass to Grant, and he will get the 2. Very well executed, well designed. Adds the 2-point conversion. 14-0 Deer Lakes on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
Welcome to the Cooperstown Event Center in Latrobe. The Cooperstown Event Center has seating for up to 300 guests, making it a perfect fit for wedding receptions, team banquets, parties, and wedding and baby showers. To book your special event, call 724-539-3383 or visit CooperstownEventCenter.com. The Cooperstown Event Center, Thomas Street in Latrobe. For all of your life events, go Trojans from the Coop.
Eno's is located along Route 30, just 10 minutes from Trojan Stadium.
Well, the Trojans had a chance, Coach, to get off the field on that 4th down play. They could not do it thanks to the hookup of Fleischer and Grant. and it leads to another score, and the Trojans digging themselves into a big hole here right now. Still, obviously, a lot of time in this game, but you got to answer something, and it's 14-0 Deer Lakes.
Yeah, we got to at least move the football, get some first downs, and maybe catch a break and go in halftime with a score. So windy, the ball just blew off the tee.
Yeah, the wind certainly picking up. See if Damari could take one back to the house here on this kickoff return, if he has the ball kicked to him. Sharina boots it into the wind. High kickoff, keeping it away. And it's Braden Robinson, and Braden breaks a tackle. Braden gets outside, and the Trojans will have a late flag comes flying down as Robinson gets to the 41, but that was thrown from behind the play, and sometimes that's not good news unless we saw a face mask or something like that, Coach. And that's, I think, maybe targeting call. Illegal blow, targeting against Deer Lakes.
Nice return by Braden, and this big penalty. We're across midfield. Hopefully we can get something started here.
That's a 15-yard penalty. That'll take it to the 40. You got to capitalize here. You have it at the 44 of the Lancers, early second quarter. Greensburg-Salem now leads Valley 13-6 late in the first quarter. Sacco will take the snap and give to Damari, and he picks his way for good yardage down to the 40-yard line. It's a good 4-yard pickup on first down, and that's what the Trojans need to do.
Yeah,
it's not going to be, it's not going to be big runs.
3-4 yards, and make it third and short every time.
That time Damari had a little bit of a seam and was able to dance his way through. Second down, 6. This time Sacco will keep, and Sacco has a first down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Nice job by the sophomore quarterback, and we're going to see more of that out of Anthony because he's a very good athlete. They need to get him going as well, running the football, and he was able to pick up the first down and move the chains.
Very good athlete, very quick. He hit that hole very hard and picked up some nice yardage.
When you start using some different people, it makes the other coaches think, right? From the other team, right?
You got to keep them on their toes.
Makes them think. And it's Damari this time, and Damari will get and try to turn the corner. He just can't get out of there as he's down to the 24, but he does pick up another positive play on first down for the Trojans, and now they are moving the football here on this Deer Lakes defense finally in this first half. 5-yard gain on first down. This time Doherty will be wing to the right, Brown wing left. Long count by Sacco. He'll look over at Coach Ox. Trojans trying to get back into this one. Reposition Robinson to the left, and it will be Damari, and he makes the first man miss, and he will cut inside, and he will fight his way close to a first down. We'll see where they spot it. It is a first down. So he needed 5. He got 6. First down, Trojans. And they're finding something in this Deer Lakes defense to move the football.
Nice drive so far. We got to put this ball in the end zone.
At the 23, no, make it at the 17 of the Lancers, from the 23 to the 17. Sacco will give to Damari, and Damari has another hole left side, and he keeps the legs churning and picks up yardage to the 10, the 9-yard line. Close to another Trojan first down. Guthrie made the tackle for the Lancers, along with the free safety Charlie Cook, the 5'10", 175-pound sophomore. Second down and 2 from the 9, and a timeout going to be taken by Deer Lakes. We'll step out as well. Be back on the Westmoreland Sports Network after this.
When you make the right decision, it feels good. Like picking the perfect accent rug or choosing a good night's sleep over an all-night crime show binge. It feels really good to make the right insurance decision, too. That's why State Farm agent Sarah Crispin-Thomas is right here in Latrobe to help you select the right protection at the right price. Sarah will make sure you understand your State Farm coverages so you'll know what to expect if the unexpected happens. When you want the real deal, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Options and discounts.
Real big drive for the Trojans right now, Espo. I mean, they have the football at the 9. It's 2nd and 2. This is kind of a situation here where you can call anything, but they need a score desperately, down 14.
I wouldn't be surprised if they roll Anthony out and maybe get something out in the flat here.
10-6 Mount Pleasant leads Burrell. 10:45 mark of the second quarter. Everything in tight for the Trojans on this second down play. And Sacco will keep. Anthony Sacco will spin and get the first down.
Good run by Anthony.
Extra effort.
Nice job.
Moved the chains. Sacco, he needed a couple. He got 3. They're going to spot it just outside, right around the 6-yard line. No, actually, yeah, just outside the 6. And now they drop the chains, starting to cloud up just a bit here. Trojans trying to answer the last Deer Lakes touchdown. Here's Damari, and Damari spins off of a tackle, and he's headed to the end zone. And he will not get there, or will he? No, a hold. A flag is down in the middle of the field, and the official is indicating a hold. As Damari got so close to the goal line there, they didn't indicate a touchdown, but they did indicate a holding penalty, and that hurts. My goodness.
Damari did a nice job bouncing out to the outside, and unfortunately the holding penalty, but ball's on the 12, 13-yard line. We still have a chance here to, and it's first down.
Yeah, you got to try to get some points out of this, and of course, the way the wind is whipping up, a field goal is not always an easy thing. Trojans taking some time off the clock here, but that penalty hurts. Sacco gives to Damari. Head of steam! Touchdown, Trojans! Damari Robinson with a big hole off the right side, and he goes 13 yards for the score.
Offensive line's doing a heck of a job on that drive right there.
You talk about a confidence builder. Trojans, after a good kickoff return from Braden Robinson, drive the football 50-plus and pick up their first touchdown. Low snap, Sacco in trouble. He throws, and it's incomplete. So the first time this season the Trojans could not convert. It was a snap, and again, Colin Barkley's the normal snapper for the Trojans. He is out tonight, and that did not work out well. 14-6. We'll be back here on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
Industrial Packaging Supplies in Blairsville specializes in product protection for all shipping needs. IPS is one of the largest manufacturers of industrial shipping reels and converters of interleaf papers in the Northeast United States. Industrial Packaging Supplies also features a variety of boxes, tape, flow pack peanuts, and corner protectors. Industrial Packaging Supplies, Westinghouse Road, Blairsville. Call 724-458-8299.
50 tickets and a program from the Football Boosters. Don't forget, you can get your Derry football apparel gear at
Big answer for the Trojans, Coach.
It was, and there's still time here. If we get a stop here and get field position, get some points, whether it's a field goal or we punch one in. But that is a big confidence builder. We just need to hold them here and at least go into the halftime at 14-6.
Fourth rushing touchdown of the season for Damari. Of course, he had one called back against Ligonier on a kick return, but none bigger than that one here. As the Trojans are on the board, and Guess, with the win, boots this one, and it's going to be taken at the 6-yard line. And returned up over the 20 to 25 to 30. Look out. And running with the football for an outstanding return for the Lancers was Roman Smith, just a freshman at 5'8", 150 pounds. And Smith takes it into Trojan territory, so they needed a big stop there on the kick return, and Guess gave him the opportunity, but Smith with a special teams effort there, and now Deer Lakes has field position.
That puts some pressure on our defense, but hopefully we can force a 3 and out here quickly.
Yeah, the defense has to make a play. They've struggled with the pass game, the short pass game of Fleischer, who has an outstanding arm. He's going to give to Williams, and Williams taken down from behind that time, and a tackle for the Trojans was made by Aiden Piper. Does pick up 4, maybe 5 on that, 2nd down and 5. Enfield area leads Kiski area 14-7, second quarter score. Check out our score tracker on the Westmoreland Sports Network website. 2nd down, we'll call it a long 5. And Williams again gets the carry, bounces off of a tackler. Brown and company are there, and they bring him down. Nice job by the Trojans, and Max Doprak comes up and finishes him off. Donovan there, Hitzer comes late. Good team tackling there for 2 yards. 3rd and about 3 coming up for Deer Lakes.
You know, Derry's not doing a bad job against the run. You know, you take the 59-yard run, touchdown run off of Williams. He only has 66 yards unofficially right now.
One thing I want to mention that I didn't, Roman Smith's kickoff return for the Lancers. Gabe Guess actually made that tackle. That was a big tackle, or he could have been gone. 3rd down and 3. Fleischer will give, and Williams has a hole, and Williams exploits it down to the Trojan 30 as Klim made the stop. 1st down, Lancers. Big hole that time.
Derry's linebackers and secondary, they've got to be on their toes now. It's 3 consecutive runs by Williams. They may put the ball in the air here.
Trojans take a timeout. We'll step out with them. 5:21 left, second quarter. 14-6 Deer Lakes here on WSN.
At M&M Trucking in Latrobe, your shipment is our top priority. M&M Trucking provides a fleet of trucks capable of moving 1 or many loads of freight, concentrating in steel, lumber, mulch, concrete, precast forms, and more. M&M Trucking hauls loads to both warehouse facilities and direct-to-construction job sites. Call 724-539-1044 or visit lmmtrucking.com. M&M Trucking, spanning 3 decades, keeping pace with today's transportation industry.
Trojan homecoming parade at 6 p.m. and cheer on our Derry Area Trojans.
Trojans take a defensive timeout there. They answer the last Deer Lakes touchdown with their best offensive drive, maybe of the season, really, when you look at the way they move the football, but they can't allow Deer Lakes to come right back and score.
Big return, you know, gave Deer Lakes good field position here, so hopefully we get a stop here.
Grant in motion, Williams the carry. Williams spins off of a tackle, and he picks up another nice gain off the right side. And again, Brady Brown had him, but he couldn't wrap him up. He's a strong runner, runs low center of gravity, senior. Plays 3 sports. He's a basketball player for Deer Lakes who's had tremendous, you know that, basketball teams, and also plays volleyball, at least he used to anyway. I remember that name. 7-yard pickup, 2nd and 3 from the 23 of the Trojans, and an 8-point Lancer lead. This time a fake and the throw right on the money, and Moore makes the catch. A flag is down in the backfield after that pass was caught. Let's see what this is. Chop block, I think, against Deer Lakes. That's the initial indication. No, holding. But it's against the offense, so that's really a big penalty there on Deer Lakes. We saw it on the Trojan side of things as Evan Moore made that catch. And boy, I really like the way Fleischer throws the football.
He's very poised back there, and he has good field vision, and he slings it right out there very quick.
He gets, that's the key. I mean, he knows where he's going. He gets his pre-snap reads, and he has found receivers wide open. 13 yards to go now after that 10-yard march off. The football back to the 33-yard line of the Trojans. As Fleischer to the short side has 2 receivers. And now to the right is Grant. Back is Fleischer. He looks backdoor screen. Caught by Williams. Trojans need to make a tackle, and they do. What a job by Damari on the backside. And he saved a huge gainer there as he had the blocking, but Damari was able to make a huge defensive play. You can't teach that any better as far as the way he did that there.
That's football knowledge. That's an athlete just making an open field tackle.
There were several Lancers, about 4 out there, and Damari, he had to get around them to make that play. 3rd and 5 from the Trojan 25. Boy, I really like the way the Lancers and Coach Tim Burke and his staff are calling this game. They have a lot of different motions and wrinkles in this offense, and they're running it well. Of course, they do have quite a bit of veteran leadership on this team. They've scored 63 points in 2 games, and I can see why now. Fleischer going to throw over the middle, pass caught. And that is Moore, I believe. No, it's not Moore. That pass was caught by Charlie Cook for the first down. Inside the Trojan 15 to the 14-yard line. And again, Fleischer right on the money with his throws. 6'4", 190-pound senior quarterback. I wonder if he took some lessons from Derek Burke, the former quarterback who had a tremendous career at Deer Lakes, coach's son.
Those would be some great lessons to learn.
Yep, when you learn behind somebody like Derek, it certainly pays off. Fleischer threw for 90 yards last week, completed 11 passes. And now they go trips to the right again. So now when they're able to open it up with that short passing game, it allows them to run the football as well with Williams. Let's see what they do here. From the Trojan 13, now they empty the backfield. Fleischer headed to the end zone, one-on-one, incomplete, overthrown. Good coverage in the corner of the end zone. Pass intended for Cook. Coverage by the Trojans, Noah Stow, who was out there on defense for the Trojans, playing at the cornerback spot. I know that the starting corners were Damari and Dobrak. Dobrak is out there. Damari is out there right now as well. Fleischer will give to Williams. Williams gets the corner, and he spins, stays on his feet, and scores. Just an outstanding individual effort by Zaire Williams as he was hit by Damari at about the 5-yard line. He used the old grab grass drill that they used to teach, and I'm sure they still do. They may call it something different, but the bottom line is Williams able to keep his feet and score, and it's 20-6. It will be Sharina out of the Fleischer hold.
Sharina to attempt the point after.
He missed his first. Good snap, hold down, kick up, and this time the kick is good. 21-6. Lancers in the lead. Back after this here on the Westmoreland Sports Network. Innate Fitness in Latrobe wants to help change your game. Innate uses a unique training experience utilizing professional creativity that will challenge each and every one of your fitness levels. Innate Fitness has several affordable programs to fit your budget. Join Innate today and take advantage of their strength, conditioning, weight loss, and flexibility programs. Let them put a plan together for you with a free evaluation. Also be sure to check out Innate's athletic training, baseball, and softball services. Online at InnateFitnessLatrobe.com or stop on in and see our beautiful facility located on Main Drive in Latrobe. Another touchdown for the Lancers. Williams, his second of the night, his fifth in the last 2 weeks. 2:34 left. Coming up on our Independence Health System halftime report, we'll recap the first half. Coach Espo will have some stats. Also, Coriana Whiteman will have an extended Trojan game break. A lot of action going on in Trojan land this week, and Coriana, who does just a tremendous job to say the least. She will be with us to bring that. Again, we'll probably hear some of the sounds of the Trojan Marching Band, but again, their backs are to us here in the press box. We'll be able to get them full next week. And fumbling the football, and it's on the turf, and luckily, there should be a penalty there. Yeah, there it comes. The flag is down, but Braden Robinson couldn't hang on to the kickoff, and luckily for the Trojans, they get it back, and it's going to cost Deer Lakes 15 yards. And I don't think the player meant to do it. I think he didn't hear the whistle.
Yeah.
And he hit one of the Trojans late.
That's a questionable call. I mean, we'll take it.
Yeah, I mean, but it's the right call. I mean, it was after the whistle. But he was just continuing. But that's a big penalty now because the Trojans with 2:28 left, they have 2 timeouts remaining. They have enough time to come down here and score again. As the ball will be marked, instead of back at around the 35, it's now around the midfield stripe, 49-yard line of Derry. A lot of time left here in the first half. They just, we talked about how good the defense has played this year, Coach, but give credit to the Deer Lakes offense for mixing it up like they are.
They're keeping them on their heels, what they're doing.
Jet sweep, Damari swinging it wide and going down. That's a great play, stringing that out by Shuba. Dom Shuba read the play. Damari had nowhere to go. He loses 5. And again, behind the chains are the Trojans here.
Deer Lakes did a very good job stringing that out. Damari just couldn't find any crease to cut upfield.
Second down coming up. I'm looking at the replay of that kickoff. We're a little bit behind here on our replays, but that was Nathaniel Moore who committed that penalty. And again, he didn't mean to make the late hit. He just didn't hear the whistle as Sacco, great throw, and good catch. That was a bullet into Doprak, and he makes the catch. First down, Trojans. And again, I wasn't kidding last week when I said I know the strength of this young man's arm, and he really drilled that one in there to the 40.
I saw it in baseball when I went to watch him play some games last spring, and Anthony does have a gun.
I want to say hello to his uncle, Mario Sacco, who showed me a picture earlier this week. He watches both of his nephews, one for Homer Center, one for Derry, on 2 big screen TVs. It's pretty cool. Pump fake. Anthony's pass, too strong. As Ricky Daniels, on a double move, did not fool the defense of the Lancers. That was Evan Moore back there with him. Safety coming over the top. But Mario, obviously, when Coach couldn't be with us, I thought to myself, maybe I can ask Mario to come back from New York, from his gig. He's a sports director for his New York station. But I thought, nah, we couldn't pay him enough.
Probably not. And I'm sure if Syracuse Orange Men were on TV, he'd have a third big screen.
Right. Trips to the left, second down, 14 from the 40. Anthony turns, throws. Nice job, Braden Robinson. Little stiff arm action there. Get out of here. And then he picks up yardage. That was really a nice play by Braden. Trojans are going to take a timeout with 59 seconds to go, but he was able to swat away the defender and pick up some extra yardage to make it more manageable for the Trojans.
Braden's doing a nice job for never playing football in his life. And, talking to Coach Arone, he really likes Braden. One thing about Braden is he doesn't know how good of an athlete he really is.
We're going to step out for 30. Be back here on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
Welcome to the Cooperstown Event Center in Latrobe. The Cooperstown Event Center has seating for up to 300 guests, making it a perfect fit for wedding receptions, team banquets, parties, and wedding and baby showers. To book your special event, call 724-539-3383 or visit CooperstownEventCenter.com. The Cooperstown Event Center, Thomas Street in Latrobe. For all of your life events, go Trojans from the Coop.
3rd and 5 coming up for the Trojans on this Salute Our Heroes night. Very nice ceremony prior to this game.
It was very nice. One of my favorite home games is the ceremony for saluting our servicemen and women and our local fire departments.
Sacco, long, big drop this time, down the middle.
Oh, interference.
I think that was tangled feet. Nothing called there. Mike Arone has his hands up, but to me that looked like some tangled feet. There wasn't really any push or anything like that. It just seemed like the feet got tangled, but I'll check it here on the replay in a moment. But it's going to be a 4th down coming up for the Trojans. Dobrak, the intended receiver. Yeah, absolutely. I was talking to former athletic director Brett Miller earlier today, and he said, salute our heroes night. I said, yeah. He said, that was one of my favorite nights to put together.
What adds to it is what Matt Roble does with the marching band. He's just tremendous, and
he has brought a new meaning to the Derry Area High School marching band. Not to say it was anything bad about it before, but he has brought a new meaning to it. Here's a quick pass to Ricky Daniels. Can he get the first down? Of course he can. Trojans will move the chains, but the clock will stop momentarily to move the chains. That's a big pickup there on 4th down. They still have 1 timeout remaining. Sacco looking to the sideline at Coach Milan. Even if they can get a field goal try at some point here. Now they go trips to the left, but they're taking a lot of time here. Anthony throwing, and the wheel route incomplete. And there's another big hit over there on Braden Robinson. He tried to draw that one a little bit. Incomplete, 2nd and 10. That'll stop the clock. As you see, with 27 seconds left. Nicolette Peterson to my left is right on it. Her son Colton here as well. Timeout, Deer Lakes. We'll keep it here. And once again, our Independence Health System halftime report is coming up, and we will hear from Coriana Whiteman, and Espo will have the first half statistics and scoring. I say hello to Coach Bob Lisinski. He wouldn't text me and say that he's watching. That's just not his style, but I know he probably watches a little bit of it anyway. He was with the grandchildren in Maryland and watching them, I think, play softball. I believe that's what it was, but grandchildren come first.
Absolutely,
right?
And yep. I hope I'm doing, filling Bob's shoes, but, I had an Uncle Frank out that was a broadcaster for Westchester University. He's in the Hall of Fame, and he was just phenomenal. And I know my cousin Joey out in Westchester is listening, and he's always watching your broadcasts and our basketball games.
Nice. Thinking of Coach Lisinski, I also want to congratulate once again Peggy Dunlap, longtime secretary, Derry Middle School. I don't even say just secretary. She was a do-it-all person, the wild thing. Peggy Dunlap, her last day was today, Tom. So she was sad, but she's going to be happy because her and Bob are going to go do some great things. But congratulations and happy retirement to Peggy.
Yeah, Peggy was.
Sacco pump fake going for Damari, knocked away, incomplete.
Peggy was there when I started 27 years ago, and she was a jack of all trades. She did a lot for the middle school.
Yeah, no question. She gave us a Trojan bobblehead as her going away present. She didn't have to give us anything, but she's given enough. And
she always made up good poems.
She said, I remember, yeah, she did. Her poems were tremendous every year. I mean, and I wasn't even around as many years in the middle school, more of the high school, but she said, I remember you when you were little, when Bob and Angie, because they're good friends with Uncle Bob and Angie. I was 5 when she first met me. Here's Damari. Can he get to the stick? And he will not. And it'll be 4th down. Trojans will have to call their last time out with 11 seconds to go.
He picked up about 6 there, about 5.
Let's see where they mark it. The bottom line is it's 4th down, no timeouts left, 11 seconds to go. The Trojans would have to really hurry here. Maybe just go to the end zone here and hope for the best. Oh, there's a flag across the way. That's my fault.
Flag on the play, holding against the Trojans.
Well, now you take your time out and just let Anthony use his strong arm and put one up and Hope for a prayer answered. Yeah, Peggy and my Aunt Angie, Bob's wife, went to school together at a school that you used to play against up in Armagh.
United. Did they go to United?
Yep. The United Lions. Most people say Armagh, but they say the old-timers say Armagh.
Where the legendary Coach Woodmar was from.
You better believe it. Here's a long pass down the sideline and broken up, incomplete. And another flag in the middle of the field. Let's see what this call is. Holding against the Trojans, so they get caught again, and this is going to be, well, they probably take it here, right? Because it was third down. They took the last one. They might as well take this one to make them the throw a lot longer. So probably one more play left, but now the ball is going to be all the way back to, well, around midfield on this fourth down coming up. Or, I'm sorry, third down. Repeat third down for the Trojans.
Maybe just take a knee here. You don't want anything, freak to happen.
Yeah, forget that knee.
But
let it fly. You got the wind at your back. But I understand. 15-point Lancer lead here. Trojans quickly up to the football here. As 5 seconds left, and now they take the timeout. That was interesting. I think they were trying to maybe get Deer Lakes to jump there and then take the timeout with 5 seconds to go. We'll hold it here. And we'll have one more play here in the first half. But we'll talk about adjustments, too, at the half. The Huss Chiropractic halftime adjustments. Dean Huss, of course, on the field down there running the sticks tonight. We had our superintendent, Greg Forensic, up here as usual. Principal of the high school, Kara Gardner, and assistant superintendent, Casey Long, all here tonight, along with Nick Raymond, who is entertaining Hayden in the corner of the end zone there with Donnie Schaup. That's actually Greg's down there with him now, but Hayden's probably talking about what kind of adjustments they need to make.
That or PT football.
Yeah, that's true. He's probably watching the PT football. But by the way, they lead 7-0 after a quarter. Here we go with a third down, and, well, this is bad announcing, but I'll say it forever. Sacco. Looks like Damari can't hang on, and there's still 2 seconds left, and the Trojans will actually get another. Now there's some issues going on in the middle of the field. And now a flag goes flying. There was that was Aiden Piper who was getting into it with Lee Hengelsberg. Piper and Hengelsberg got tied up, and two flags are down. We'll see if it's offsetting penalties here. If not, the Trojans will have they're going to call offsetting. 2 seconds left. And that should be fourth down now, right?
Should be.
Yeah. They haven't changed the stick over there because of the flag. They will now. Take another shot. Why not? As Donovan will come into the lineup. The first half had flown by until these last 2 minutes and 34 seconds.
Yeah, this last drive's taking forever.
Replay third down.
Well,
4 incomplete passes, couple timeouts, penalties.
Why are we replaying? Because penalties offset. I thought that was post-possession. I thought that would be fourth down, but I guess not. They didn't call it post-possession. The Trojans are just going to hand the football off. And like running Preston with it is Donovan. And he lost the ball, but he's down. And that'll do it for the first half of play here from Trojan Stadium. 21-6, the Deer Lakes Lancer, as we approach our Independence Health System halftime report, Expert Care, here. Tom and I will be back right after these messages.
This is how far we'll go to detect lung cancer. 5 millimeters, less than 1/4 of an inch, and a chest x-ray can't see it. Independence Health System uses the latest low-dose CT scanners and advanced visualization to detect and treat lung cancer at its earliest stage, leading to more treatment options and potentially better outcomes. Independence Health System combines the latest technology and techniques with superb physician expertise for the treatment of lung cancer. Like the use of robotic surgery. For patients, it means shorter procedures, less post-operative recovery time, and less risk for complications. Early, accurate, and advanced detection and advanced therapy, all key in the fight against lung cancer, and all available at Independence Health System. Expert care here.
Play It Again Sports in Greensburg is your locally owned and operated sporting goods store. We set ourselves apart by offering a wide variety of both new and used equipment at competitive prices, located in the Greengate East Plaza, below Walmart. Play It Again Sports' knowledgeable staff will help you and your family prepare for every athletic season. Whether you're looking to buy, sell, or trade, we are here as your one-stop shop. At Play It Again Sports in Greensburg, everybody plays.
The Matthew Merlin Funeral Home in Derry provides individualized funeral services designed to meet the needs of each and every family that comes through our doors. From casket choices to funeral flowers, our staff of dedicated professionals will help you through all of the planning of the funeral service. Please call us at 724-694-8331. The Matthew Merlin Funeral Home on North Chestnut Street in Derry. A celebration of a life well lived.
Hi, I'm Brian Krause.
And I'm his wife, Lori.
And we're the owners of Keystone Kitchen in New Alexandria.
We open at 7 a.m. Wednesday through Sunday. For our made-from-scratch breakfast, enjoy homemade sausage, gravy, and biscuits, corned beef hash, where you can't go wrong with steak and eggs. And for lunch, try our homemade chicken salad, wraps, fresh salads, and the best burgers around.
When you come in and see us, we want you to feel like family as soon as you walk through our doors. Everything at Keystone Kitchen is made with love, and we want to pass that on to you.
Keystone Kitchen is located on Route 22 in New Alexandria.
We hope to see you soon.
State Representative Mike Reese was a great advocate for the kids in our community. He felt athletics were a vital tool in raising healthy, happy kids. The Mike Reese Memorial Fund offers grants to local youth athletic organizations so that every kid has a chance to play. Funding is available for new equipment, registration fee offset, facility improvements, and more. Visit MikeReeseMemorialFund.com to apply.
At Pit Stop Pizza in Sunoco, you play and we pay. That's right, over $10,000 a week paid out in the Pennsylvania Lottery. We also offer your favorite cold beer and hard ices featuring 5 flavors including blue raspberry, blackberry, and Long Island iced tea. Pit Stop also offers a full menu of delicious foods, from their legendary pizza to their mouth-watering jumbo wings, gourmet burgers, and chicken sandwiches made from scratch. Visit or order online at pitstoppizza.com or just stop in anytime. Located across from Derry High School on Route 982.
And we're back at Trojan Stadium. We welcome you to the Independence Health System halftime report. The Deer Lake Lancers marching band getting set to perform here. And the football team performed in the first half and performed pretty well as the green and gold was able to pick up a couple of big chunk plays, a couple of touchdowns from their top running back, Zaire Williams, and also a touchdown pass to Zach Grant, the 5'11 senior, and a 21-6 halftime lead in what basically was a first half for the Trojans of not getting it going offensively, but then they were able to turn it around and they were able to get some yardage and they were able to drive the football and score. And we'll let Coach Esposito, when he comes back up here, tell you more about what happened in the first half. But the Trojans did get back into the game, and then Deer Lakes came right back and they scored. They got an outstanding kickoff return and they took it down the field. So defensively right now for the Trojans, they are struggling and they need to make some adjustments at the half and trying to stop Deer Lakes. They haven't been able to do that all night. Just get a stop and get the football back. But the Lancers have been using a number of different formations, different plays that are fooling the Trojan defense, and they are able to move the football in a 21-6 first half lead. Trojan Marching Band will be with us. I want to mention that I think I mentioned Coach Lisinski, who's not here this evening. I mentioned he was in Maryland. That's where his son Greg lives, but he's actually with his daughter Jennifer and Jared Bitts, two former, I shouldn't say former, they're Derry alumni. He's with his granddaughters, and they are in Harrisburg. So I was close. Harrisburg, Maryland, not too far away. But Coach, and he said the defense needs to get a stop, and he's so right about that. And I think that's going to be the key for the Trojans is to get a stop. And if they can do that, then we can get back in the game. And, Derry will be Deer Lakes will be returning the second half kickoff, Coach Espo. I think so. If you get a stop defensively on that first possession, it's going to be big for the Trojans to get the football back. But again, offensively, they started to move the ball, which was good. They ran out of time there, got a couple of penalties at the end of the first half, but at least that's a step in the right direction, and that's why they play two halves to a football game. They're still in this game. Yeah, and hopefully, we make the adjustments at halftime like we did last week against Freeport. Get a stop on Deer Lake's first drive, get some nice field position, and move the football. We'll be back on the Independence Health System halftime report. Also hear from Coriana Whiteman and her Trojan game break. Don't want to miss it. We'll be back to Trojan Stadium, 21-6, Deer Lakes. Back after this.
For over 25 years, Husk Chiropractic has stood as a trusted and experienced provider of chiropractic care in Western Pennsylvania. Husk Chiropractic combines award-winning expert care with compassion to provide personalized treatment plans to meet your individual needs. Don't be sidelined with pain. Allow Husk Chiropractic to help tackle your pain and get you back in the game. Contact us today by calling 724-879-4385. Trust the award-winning care at Husk Chiropractic. And remember, don't let pain adjust how you live. Live well adjusted.
Barclays Dairy King has portions so big you may want to share them with a friend or share them with your brother.
Hey, that's my strawberry milkshake.
Maybe not. Barclays Dairy King has been serving up the tastiest ice cream to the dairy community for over 40 years. Stop in and try one of our delicious sundaes, our legendary banana split, or our soft serve ice cream in a cone littered with sprinkles.
Okay, you can have some.
Barclays Dairy King, West 4th Avenue in Derry.
Hi, I'm Coriana Whiteman, bringing you this week's Trojan Game Break. On Saturday, our boys and girls cross-country teams traveled to Boys Park for the Gateway Invitational. Our boys finished in 10th place with a team score of 265. Our girls landed in 8th place with an overall team score of 169. Both teams will be running in the Red, White, and Blue Invitational at White Oak Park on Saturday. On Tuesday, we had a full lineup, starting with our boys varsity golf team. They visited Norvelt Golf Course to tee off against the Mount Pleasant Vikings, where they fell 256 to 195. Our girls varsity tennis team traveled to Southmoreland to face the Scotties. These Lady Trojans gave it their all and left victorious, winning 5-0 over Southmoreland. Our boys varsity soccer team took to the field against the Hempfield Spartans. It was a tough game and the Trojans fell 4-2. Girls varsity golf was at it again on Wednesday when they faced Ligonier Valley at the Latrobe Elks Golf Club. Our Lady Trojan golfers gave it their all, but fell with a score of 235 to 214. Our girls varsity and junior varsity volleyball teams have been rallying all week long. On Tuesday, these girls went head-to-head with the West Mifflin Titans. Our girls worked hard and won in straight sets. These Lady Trojans traveled to York on Wednesday to take on the Cougars. Our varsity team was unstoppable with another 3-0 sweep. Our JV girls fought hard but were overpowered by the Cougars and fell 1-2. Both teams will play again on Thursday when they travel to McKeesport. Our junior varsity football team visited Freeport last Saturday to take on the Yellow Jackets. Severe weather cut the game short and the Trojans were left with a 13-6 loss. They will take on the Lancers at Deer Lake on Saturday. Do you want to help your Trojans with a chance to win a multi-million-dollar football stadium upgrade? Visit the DASD Instagram page at DASD Trojans for more information. For the Westmoreland Sports Network, I'm Coriana Whiteman, and that was your Trojan Game Break.
When you make the right decision, it feels good. Like picking the perfect accent rug or choosing a good night's sleep over an all-night crime show binge. It feels really good to make the right insurance decision, too. That's why State Farm agent Sarah Crispin-Thomas is right here in Latrobe to help you select the right protection at the right price. Sarah will make sure you understand your State Farm coverages so you'll know what to expect if the unexpected happens. When you want the real deal, like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
At M&M Trucking in Latrobe, your shipment is our top priority. M&M Trucking provides a fleet of trucks capable of moving one or many loads of freight, concentrating in steel, lumber, mulch, concrete, precast forms, and more. M&M Trucking hauls loads to both warehouse facilities and direct-to-construction job sites. Call 724-539-1044 or visit lmmtrucking.com. M&M Trucking, spanning 3 decades, keeping pace with today's transportation industry.
The dental office of Doctors Hansen and Torba is excited to offer our patients same-day crowns with CEREC by Serona. With the integration of CEREC, ceramic crowns can now be accomplished in just one visit and without a temporary. Doctors Hansen and Torba is also proud to offer our Patient Appreciation Program for patients who don't have dental insurance. Just pay the annual enrollment cost and enjoy incredible discounts on everything from cleanings to root canals. Doctors Hansen and Torba, Route 217, Derry Township.
We are at the half. The Trojans trail Deer Lakes 21-6. Thanks again to Coriana. Can't tell you, she has, if she wants to, she will definitely be in the business of broadcasting.
A young Hannah Mears.
I said that. I told her mom, Caitlin, the same thing. I said that'll be the next thing. But I said this last week. I'll say it again if you missed it. She said she'll either want to do that or be a surgeon. I said, well, let's see. Surgeon might you might work more hours, although who knows? I mean, with announcing. But yeah. But thank you to Coriana for that. And Hayden Flickinger, he's enjoying the subway that's up here in the booth tonight, and he's over there. Well, look, he grabbed the microphone. Go figure that. I mean, he's been on these airways before.
Yeah, buddy.
Okay. All right. Keep your mouth away. What do you think? What do you think, Hayden? You're down there in the corner with Dr. Forensic, and down there with Mr. Raymond down there, and Donnie Shout. What are you guys talking about? What do the Trojans need to do in the second half? And make sure that microphone stays far enough away from your mouth. Go ahead. What do they need to do?
You know, they need to get not stupid penalties and stuff like that. They also need to run the ball more better with Damari. Damari should have broke one of the tackles there, but the Deer Lakes dude grabbed him by the ankle and he got tackled. I mean, I have faith. I think Derry has a chance to come back. But
still in the game, right?
Yeah, but if it doesn't happen, I mean, there's always other days, other nights, you know?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, enjoying my Subway here right now.
I see that. And your barbecue chips. You're sitting by B.J. McKeska. B.J., a 3-sport stud here at Derry. Did you know that?
Really?
Yeah, I coached him. That's how old I am,
Yeah.
Hayden. What do you think about that? Now he's been here forever. Now he's a wrestling coach, teacher. Yeah, there he is. You're looking right at him.
Right at him.
Public address announcer.
The best announcer in America.
All right, buddy. All right, put that microphone
I want to give
back.
it.
Okay, go ahead. Give a shout
out to my Uncle Dan. He does such a great job on the Westmoreland Sports Network and stuff like that, and especially.
How about your Uncle Bob?
Espo
He's watching.
And my
Uncle Bob's watching.
dad, and yeah, Uncle Bobby.
Okay.
I hope you're having a great time in Maryland. I want to also give a shout out to you.
I screwed that up. He's actually in Harrisburg.
Harrisburg, not Maryland.
There you go.
That's all right.
Close
all right.
enough. All right, bud. Thank
See
you.
ya. Yep.
All right, I talked to Dean Huss. He's over in the next room over there. And Justin Huss came up to visit us, Espo. And obviously Justin played for you. And I never had the chance to coach Justin in football or anything, but I certainly did get a chance to broadcast his games. And what a special player Justin Huss was.
A special player, but a better person.
Yeah.
Justin is just a tremendous young man. Always comes to speak. And, you know, what was nice this summer was they were on vacation near where we were on vacation in Florida, and they spent an afternoon jet skiing with us and with Heath. And
that's cool, yeah.
And then they did some other things on some water toys. It was just neat to see them. And 2 years ago, Heath and I were jet skiing, and we were coming home, and right when we turned down the canal, there's this big fishing boat, and we cruised past them, and about 5 seconds later, I get a text, and it's Dean Huss. So he said, "Was that you? Just passed us fishing." So we turned around, we went over, and all the kids were fishing. Will and Justin and Jane and Wade and Dean.
Yeah, they have like 13 kids, right? I want to say hello to Kim, by the way, too, because she's the one that runs that household. I'll tell you that right now.
Kim does run the household, and she does a very good job in the office. I work close with Kim on some things, and just a great family.
Stuff. Yeah, and you know, Dean always says live well adjusted, and he wanted to make sure we gave the Huss halftime adjustments tonight, and I said I did it before the half. We'll do it again at the half. But yeah, it's so nice to see them, and what a great family they are. And I also want to say hello to, because I know he's watching tonight, my man Kevin Liberoni, who watches all the time. And it's funny because all these years that we used to do games together on 1570 QTW with Eric Tepper and Dave Liebig and all that stuff. But last week when we had some issues with our sound and stuff like that, Kevin said something to me. He still teaches me. He was my wrestling coach years ago too. He said, "You know what?" He goes, "You sounded like that drained some of your excitement. Act like you've been there before." So he's still teaching me. But anyway, Libby, hello, and also to Mr. Krynock as well, Dave Krynock, who is watching in. The Trojans in the second half, Tom, what do they need to do to get back into this game?
Well, obviously they need to stop Deer Lakes on their first drive. Deer Lake's going to receive the opening kickoff in the second half. Hopefully we can get a 3-and-out, get some nice field position, and sustain a drive, put the ball in the end zone, and we're right back in it. Down one score, hopefully, and if we do a better job of covering the quick out, and contain Williams from getting outside, we're very much in this football game, and anything can happen in the second half.
That is our Huss Chiropractic halftime adjustments. You got some stats over there, Coach, as well?
I got a few. I don't know if I'm as good as Bob, but they're unofficial, obviously. For Deer Lakes, Zaire Williams has 8 rushes for 94 yards, 59 of those coming on a touchdown run. Jake Fleischer, 3 rushes for 10 yards, and Grant with 3 rushes for 4 yards. Fleischer passing is 6 for 9 for 62 yards. Grant has 4 receptions, 74 yards. Charlie Cook a reception for 11, and Williams has 1 reception for 8. One thing that Derry has done a good job of, Shuba has not touched the football, to my knowledge, tonight, thus far. For Derry,
correct.
Damari Williams, leading rushing.
Robinson,
Damari Robinson. 15 rushes, 42 yards. Brady Brown only has 1 carry, 0 yards. Preston Donovan had that nice run to end the half with 22 yards. Anthony Sacco with 3 rushes, 3 yards. Carson Weirs, a rush for 16 yards, and Max Doherty, a rush for 14 yards. Anthony Sacco is 5 for 11, but most of those incompletions came at the end of the first half. He has 44 yards passing. Damari Robinson with 1 catch for 2 yards. Ricky Daniels a catch for 6. Carson Weirs a catch for 16. Braden Robinson a catch for 5. And Dopriak comes in with 15 yards on 1 reception.
Touchdown for the Trojans. Damari Robinson. Touchdowns for Deer Lakes, as our papers are flying everywhere here. Williams has 2. Grant has 1. Espo, you did an outstanding job with that. And Bob would be very proud of you. No question about it. Hey, I also want to say hello to the Smiths who are watching tonight. Colleen and Brock Smith watching on the Westmoreland Sports Network tonight. They're big fans of ours, and we're big fans of theirs.
Hey, one thing about Brock is I saw his volleyball team in the tournament play again. They have a very nice volleyball team.
Absolutely. They do. Every year he does a great job, and Coriana mentioned them during our game break as well. So we're going to be back with the second half kickoff. That's our Independence Health System halftime report here on the Westmoreland Sports Network. Third quarter action after this.
At M&M Trucking in Latrobe, your shipment is our top priority. M&M Trucking provides a fleet of trucks capable of moving one or many loads of freight, concentrating in steel, lumber, mulch, concrete, precast forms, and more. M&M Trucking hauls loads to both warehouse facilities and direct-to-construction job sites. Call 724-539-1044 or visit lmmtrucking.com. M&M Trucking, spanning 3 decades, keeping pace with today's transportation industry.
Innate Fitness in Latrobe wants to help change your game. Innate uses a unique training experience utilizing professional creativity that will challenge each and every one of your fitness levels. Innate Fitness has several affordable programs to fit your budget. Join Innate today and take advantage of their strength, conditioning, weight loss, and flexibility programs. Let them put a plan together for you with a free evaluation. Also be sure to check out Innate's athletic training, baseball, and softball services. Online at innatefitnesslatrobe.com or stop on in and see our beautiful facility located on Main Drive in Latrobe. Second half action coming up here on the Westmoreland Sports Network. So glad you could be with us. The Trojans trail 21-6, but third and fourth quarter, you never know certainly what's going to happen. Let's take a look at the scoreboard before we kick off here in the second half. And to my left, Tony Perla and Jeff Kelly, they went out and they got some air at the half, and they're back up here. And they've been doing this for a long, long time. In fact, when 23, that was me, out there playing on the field, they were doing this along with Gary Himmler back in the day. Leather helmets, he told me. That's not even fair. All right. Let's take a look at the scoreboard. Latrobe leads Norwin 21-14. The Wildcats were up 14-0 in that game. The Knights have come back and cut it to 7. That is a third quarter score. Greensburg-Salem 30, Valley 6. Penn Trafford is leading Moon 7-0. That is a halftime score. What everyone thought would be a defensive struggle, and it certainly has been at Penn Trafford High School. Central Catholic leads Woodland Hills 22-7. Mount Pleasant 17, Burrell 13. That's a halftime score. And Jeanette and Ligonier Valley 20-20 at the half. That game being played not too far from here at Ligonier. Those are our scores, and we're going to get set for second half action as the Trojans will kick off. Lorenzo Cota on the camera has done a sensational job tonight. Nicolette Peterson on production. Tom Esposito to my right, and I'm stepping on his cord. There you go, buddy. We're ready to go for second half action. By the way, what a job again by the Derry Area Marching Band. We will have their band performance in full next week at Burrell, and we'll be able to see their faces as we kick off here. And it's an onside kick to start, but it's not going to go the distance. The Trojans tried the quick little onside kick, but it will not go the distance, and Deer Lakes will take the football right there. Why not? And it did not work. And here we go with field position again.
That's one thing that I like about Coach Arone. He's not afraid to try anything.
Oh, sure, absolutely. Not a bad idea, just not executed and not really even giving them a chance on that. So we'll start the third quarter, and the Lancers will have it on the Trojan side of the 50 at the 44 in a 15-point lead. So the defense, needing a stop, will have to do it on a short field here. As the wind is really, really picked up here. Fleischer's going to throw it, though. He's not afraid. Evan Moore the catch, and Moore's going to be tackled inside the 40 to 39-yard line. Nice pickup on first down, and boy, when you have a quarterback like Fleischer and that weapon to get it out there that fast, it reminds me of like a West Coast offense, right? They just fling it out there, little screen. That's all they do, and then they run the football behind it. 5-yard pickup. A lot of things you can do when you have a quarterback like that that's a veteran like the senior Fleischer.
Yeah, keeps the defense on the heels, and then, you know, he completes a pass or two, and then there goes Williams through the tackle or on the edge.
Pass is complete to 3 different receivers. Here's a little end-around play, and it's going to be Zach Grant, but he's in trouble. Brown read his keys and was in the backfield. He made the play happen, and then his friends come in to make the stop. The Trojans get a big defensive play there.
Big play there to force, it looks like it's going to be about 3rd and 8.
Pitzer finished him off along with Braden Robinson, but Brady Brown is the one who really made that play because Grant wasn't expecting to see him. They lose, 3 on that? 3rd and 8 coming up. Fleischer will throw. A lot of time over the middle. Pass dropped. Grant in and out of his hands. Broken up. Trojans there as Noah Stow is there. 4th down and 8. And the punt team is on for the Lancers. Only the 2nd punt of the night. Say hello to Sean Warner coming up to the press box here. And Sean does a lot of work for Derry Area.
My scorekeeper.
Yeah. And he has a much-deserved Subway sandwich in his hand.
He's used to those.
Yeah. You know, when Brett Miller was here, he used to leave all the food at the end, and I'd just take it and have a party the next day. But Nick Raymond's different. Nick comes up and takes it all home.
We're going to have to detour, Nick, because I'm hungry.
Sharina with a very high kick. Very nice kick by Sharina. Not returnable. And that'll go inside the 20. Let's see where they end up spotting it.
About the 18.
Yep. So that's where the Trojans will start their first possession. If you joined us late in the first, in the second half, I should say, Trojans tried a little onside kick that did not work. And Deer Lakes got the ball at the Trojan 47, but the defense stood tall. They needed that.
They did, and Deer Lakes tried a little gadget play, and Derry snuffed it out, and Brady Brown came up with a big play.
Southmoreland 41-0 over Lower Highlands in the 3rd quarter, and into the secondary, and a 1st down run for Damari. 12 yards, left side. Move the chains for the Trojans. I'm seeing, and again, thanks to Shirley Flickinger for providing all this. She said there's a weather delay somewhere. It's in the Hempfield-Kiski game. But yeah, Southmoreland is pouring it on. The Trobe now leads Norwin 28-14. But the Trojans get a 1st down. They move the chains, and Sacco will give to Damari, who changes fields, and then he's caught from behind. Very nice defensive play by Ryan Love, the 5'8", 175-pound junior linebacker. And that's one thing about Damari. You know, he tries to make the moves that he needs to get away, but don't give up on the play if you're on the defense, and you can track that stuff down from behind.
Yeah, and sometimes he's doing it in the traffic.
We'll give him one out to the 33, 2nd down, 9. Sacco fakes and keeps. Picks up positive yardage, 3rd down coming up. I know we had going to change this to the 3rd quarter. Our producer, Nicolette Peterson, had to take her son Colton to the bathroom. And she said the line is longer than you would ever imagine. She hasn't come back. So we changed that quarter to quarter 3 as Damari carries. Outside, 1st down, Trojans. He reminds me a lot the way he runs. And again, just understand what I'm saying here. You remember Le'Veon Bell for the Steelers?
I've been wanting to say that the whole game.
Well, you should have, because I beat you to it. But that's what he reminds me of.
I don't want to step on your toes.
No, I've been stepped on before. That's okay.
Like he's so patient. He's just waiting. And then he's going to make a break and hit a hole somewhere.
Yeah. And that's what he's not used. This is only his 2nd week. He's been kind of running between the tackles, but he's always done a nice job on the outsides. But new set of downs. They'll mark it at the 43-yard line. Trojans try to get it done as Damari this time's going to try to turn the corner, but he cannot, and he's hit. And he's dropped by Charlie Cook, who came up from the safety spot and tracked that play down. But again, a positive gain on first down. At least he got 3 or 4. Call it a gain of about 4 yards, 2nd down and 6. And still, like I said, a lot of time remaining. Here they come back. Actually, they moved the chain a little bit forward to call it a gain of 5. This time, Papuga, his first carry, and he rumbles his way near a first down. I think he's got it. Forward progress, yes. 6-yard gain, needed 5. And Justin Papuga, who's fresh.
Good job by the hammer there. Justin is a strong young man, and if he lowers his shoulder, I wouldn't want to be standing in front of him.
Another one of your basketball players. How's the basketball team looking this year? I mean, I know it's a long time away, but I know you're thinking about it already. And Justin breaks a tackle into the secondary, dragging tacklers, and all the way down to the 31-yard line for a first down. Put some fresh legs in there, and the tank carries for a big gain. And I'll tell you, these last few drives, the Trojans have really gotten it together offensively, especially up front. They're moving people.
Yeah, and hopefully we don't shoot ourselves in the foot here with a penalty or negative yardage, because we score a touchdown here, and it's going to be a great finish.
High snap, Sacco brings it down, gives it to Papuga. This time he's hit. Hengelsberger got him just as he hit the hole. This drive started at the about the 18-yard line. And the Trojans have it now at the Deer Lakes 30. Yeah, this is one of those drives that if you can take it down the field and punch it in, Tom, you talk about confidence. 8 yards to go, 2nd down. And Papuga again carries, and again he's carrying Lancer tacklers for about, we'll call it 7. It'll be a little short of a first down. 3rd and 1 coming up for the Trojans. And it's been Papuga here in these last few plays, and Damari getting a breather. I don't see anybody on the training bench or anything. It's just a nice job by Coach Ox and Coach Poe and the staff to get some fresh people in there.
Well, that's one thing they did last week. They made that halftime adjustment. The offense got clicking in the second half.
Well, they need one. They have Papuga back there. They're going to fake and keep Sacco with the ball, and he's dropped for a loss. That's the risk you run right there. Papuga was running it well. That's a call that you make, and you think, okay, well, maybe we can just pull it here. And Anthony Smith does a great job. He was really the only one there to track that down for the Lancers, and he did it.
Yeah, I think Derry tried a little element of surprise there, and Deer Lakes did a good job.
Yep, 4th down. And, you can question any call. I think that's a good call, thinking he could pop it if he pulls it there, the way they were running. But now it's 4th and 5. And Sacco will turn and give to Damari, and Damari slithers his way, nearing the first down, but I don't think he's going to get there. I think he's going to be about a yard short. Or no, they're going to give it to him.
Yes.
Yes, sir. What am I looking at? My eyes are terrible.
I was watching the line judge.
I saw the stick on the far side, and the line judge walking up looked like he was going to mark it short. But the guy on the near side says, first down, Trojans. Just barely to the 22. Taking a lot of time off this third quarter clock. Drive started at the 18. Brown, wing left. Sacco gives Damari up inside, and he is taken down after a short game, but he falls forward. He's running hard, and that's Jack Guthrie, the 6-foot, 180-pound sophomore, who has an outstanding future ahead because he has played himself an outstanding defensive game for Deer Lakes. Damari picks up just 2, 2nd down and 8. Obviously 4-down territory for the Trojans, but taking just a ton of time off this clock. Doherty and Brown up front here, and the handoff to Damari. Damari tries to exploit a hole. There's a face mask there. It looks like to me, but I guess not. Too far away. It looked like he was pulled down somewhere. It looked like up in his helmet. Grant made the tackle. Nice job. I'll have to see that on the replay, but obviously right in front of the official. So no gain. 3rd down, and Coach, you had mentioned this long drive. You just hope it doesn't stall out. Well, they're going to need a couple of big plays here. Franklin Regional on their way to suffering their first loss. They trail 38-7. Here's Papuga, left side, driving his leg, still driving. Justin Papuga is going to be just a little bit short of the first down, but another hard run by the Trojan junior. And it's going to be 4th down and a yard.
Oh, 4th down territory here. We can get this.
Wow, he needed 8 there, and he got 7. About 5 on his own, just driving the legs. He comes out. He comes out on this 4th down play. It's Damari back there.
This is huge right here.
Got to get it. Got to have it. Sacco will take a second look at the sideline. Play clock at 5. Sacco gives. Damari is hit in the backfield, and he will not get there. And it's Ryan Love, the middle backer, who knocks Damari for a loss, and that is a demoralizing way to end a drive for the Trojans, taking it from their own 18 and having to turn it over on downs at the Deer Lakes, 15-yard line.
Yeah, that was a great drive, and we just stalled out there, and give Deer Lakes credit. They stepped up and made a play, but, a lot of time left yet.
So the Lancers have it, 2:10 left. That's how long that Trojan drive was that resulted in no points. Here in the 3rd quarter, Fleischer and company back out there with Williams to his right. Fleischer will fake. Fleischer's going to keep being chased, trying to turn the corner. Gets a block, and there he goes. Fleischer headed down the sideline. Could he do it? He's going to head. There's no flags, and he goes 85 yards for a Deer Lake Lancers touchdown. He got the block right on the edge, and Jake Fleischer, who scored from 38 yards out last week, this is a much longer one, 85 to the house, and just like that, 27-6 Lancers.
Now it becomes even more demoralizing. After that nice drive and then the first play, he busted for 85 yards.
Yeah. Sharina on for the point after. Yeah, if you're the Trojans now, you're not totally out of this game, but boy, was that knock down any confidence you did have. A couple of big runs tonight. One by Williams, this one by Fleischer. Sharina with some wind in his face, knocks it down the middle. We'll step out, 27-6 Lancers, 28-6 Lancers. Back after this.
Hi, I'm Brian Krause.
And I'm his wife, Lori.
And we're the owners of Keystone Kitchen in New Alexandria.
We open at 7 a.m. Wednesday through Sunday. For our made-from-scratch breakfast, enjoy homemade sausage, gravy, and biscuits, corned beef hash, where you can't go wrong with steak and eggs. And for lunch, try our homemade chicken salad, wraps, fresh salads, and the best burgers around.
When you come in and see us, we want you to feel like family as soon as you walk through our doors. Everything at Keystone Kitchen is made with love, and we want to pass that on to you.
Keystone Kitchen is located on Route 22 in New Alexandria.
We hope to see you soon.
We believe banking is about more than money. It's about moments, like the time you opened your Ameriserve checking account to deposit that first paycheck, or were handed the keys to your dream house. Then there's the time you spend planning to make your family's future a bright one. No matter where life takes you, you have a trusted team of professionals at Ameriserve to guide you. Ameriserve, banking for life. Learn more at Ameriserve.com. Ameriserve Financial, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
how quickly the tides turn. Trojans put together an outstanding drive, a lot of plays, a lot of time off the clock, got to the 13-yard line, failed on a 4th and 2. Deer Lakes, one play for Fleischer to take it the distance. Braden Robinson on the return breaks the initial tackle, trying to stay on his feet, does a good job of doing so, and then he goes down at the 40. So good field position for Derry, but man, big plays have hurt tonight.
We've had pretty decent field position all night, considering the score is 28-6, but we've had some pretty good field position. Let's put another long drive together and punch one in here.
Going to have to, with 1:45 left here in the third quarter. We'll check some scores here in a moment. And Damari will pick up good yardage on first down. But again, time is not with the Trojans right now, even though they do have almost a whole nother, well, they do have a whole nother quarter and 1 minute and 28 seconds on a turning clock here in the third period. Second and 7, 44-yard line. Under center this time is the sophomore quarterback Anthony Sacco. Inside handoff, Brady Brown. He finds some room. Brady into the secondary, into Lancer territory. And that play worked that time. They opened it up and they came back to that inside trap. And for the first time this season, they get big yardage on it. Trojans just really doing an outstanding job running the football. And again, we talked about it. One of Deer Lake's weaknesses coming in was last week they gave up over 300 on the ground to South Park, but they won the game.
Well, their offense is very explosive. I mean, they can score many different ways, and they may not care how many yards they give up.
Little bubble screen out there. Sacco's pass caught by Weirs, and Carson Weirs picks up 9 yards. Just a freshman and a lot of talent. Watched him play some middle school football last year. He has a bright future. Does Carson Weirs. Brother Caden is a junior on this squad.
They live near me, and he's always out shooting hoops. I stopped mowing grass one day, asked him if he wanted to play basketball.
And?
Never showed up.
Damari carries for a good chunk on first down. And that should be the end. Well, 5 seconds, clock is stopped. It will be a first down for the Trojans. So the clock will stop momentarily, and then we'll probably end the third quarter. We're down to 3 seconds, 2 and 1. 28-6 after 3 quarters from Trojan Stadium here on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
The Matthew Merlin Funeral Home in Derry provides individualized funeral services designed to meet the needs of each and every family that comes through our doors. From casket choices to funeral flowers, our staff of dedicated professionals will help you through all of the planning of the funeral service. Please call us at 724-694-8331. The Matthew Merlin Funeral Home on North Chestnut Street in Derry. A celebration of a life well lived.
For over 25 years, Huss Chiropractic has stood as a trusted and experienced provider of chiropractic care in Western Pennsylvania. Huss Chiropractic combines award-winning expert care with compassion to provide personalized treatment plans to meet your individual needs. Don't be sidelined with pain. Allow Huss Chiropractic to help tackle your pain and get you back in the game. Contact us today by calling 724-879-4385. Trust the award-winning care at Huss Chiropractic. And remember, don't let pain adjust how you live. Live well adjusted.
And we want to thank Dean Huss and Huss Chiropractic for their sponsorship, longtime sponsorship. Also, we'll be naming our Pit Stop Pizza and Sunoco player of the game. A lot of years with Rob Rockwell over there since he took over Pit Stop, and we frequent that place quite often. I want to thank Rob as well. 1st and 10 for the Trojans at the 23-yard line. And there's that inside handoff again to Brady, and this time not so much as he picks up 2, maybe 3, down to the 20. So sense of urgency now for the Trojans. See Hayden down there trying to urge the Trojans on with Donnie down there in the corner of the end zone. Let's see if they can stick one in the end zone with Sacco tossing this time, and running with authority on that toss was Weirs. And you're right, Espo, he's quick. I mean, he gets the ball and he jets out of there and he picks up good yardage. It's going to be 3rd and short coming up for the Trojans, about a yard, maybe closer to 2, but again, they're driving again. Got to punch it in. Damari back in there, and Sacco will await the snap. 10 seconds on the play clock. Anthony gives to Damari. He slithers his way through a small hole, and let's see where the forward progress leads him. A little short, huh?
Yeah, I don't know if he got any.
Yeah. Maybe just, no, not much at all.
I don't see Dean moving.
What's Dean's holding the lead, the down marker over there, right? 4th down and 2 coming up. Fourth and 2 from the 15. You'd hate to see another drive stall, but they brought Papuga in this time. Let's see if they give it to the big boy. Under center is Sacco. Here's Papuga, and he looks like he's going to fight forward for...
I think he got it.
Close. We'll see. Side judge walking this way. Deer Lakes doesn't think he got it. Trojans think they got it. It is a first down. And again, down 3 scores here. You have to get in and out of the huddle quickly. I know there's still 9:40 left, and the rain has started. Do you see that out there, Espo?
Yeah, thanks for letting me do this tonight.
And it's coming down really hard right now. And here's Weirs, and Weirs is going to be tackled. It just came out of nowhere, really, and it just started pouring.
Yeah, the fans are scurrying over there in the bleachers.
I know who else is scurrying down below, and that's our Lorenzo down there, our cameraman. 2nd down and 10, no gain on that play. By the way, the tackle there was by James Brunick, a 5'9", 220-pound senior. 2nd down, inside handoff. Brown up the middle. Brady Brown into the end zone, 13 yards, and a Trojan touchdown in the rain as it started. And Brownie gets the Trojans back into this game. It's 28-13, or 28-12, I should say, with the point to come. And right now, Coach, at 16 points, I would think you go for 2.
Well, you have to go for 2.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
you don't have to.
You don't have to, but I'm just saying to make it a 14-point advantage. Damari is out there in motion. Now stopping on the right side is Weirs. In motion is Brown. There's a 2-point conversion. Pass to Brown. Intercepted. You can't return it. It's picked off.
You're right.
Boy, he read that so well, too. I mean, honestly, Zach Grant saw that coming from a long way. 8:55 left. Trojans on the board. It's 28-12 here on WSN.
At M&M Trucking in Latrobe, your shipment is our top priority. M&M Trucking provides a fleet of trucks capable of moving one or many loads of freight, concentrating in steel, lumber, mulch, concrete, precast forms, and more. M&M Trucking hauls loads to both warehouse facilities and direct-to-construction job sites. Call 724-539-1044 or visit lmmtrucking.com. M&M Trucking, spanning 3 decades, keeping pace with today's transportation industry.
Well, the Trojans are back in this one with 8:55 left in the fourth quarter, 28-12. Another nice drive for Derry. I mean, you look at their last 2 possessions, man, they've really moved the football, but they just really defensively tonight, they can't figure out what Deer Lakes is throwing at them. And the Lancers really offensively, and I mentioned, again, for some of you that didn't hear the first 2 times I said it, 63 points in their first 2 games, and I can see why, certainly.
I think they've only run 3 plays in the second half.
Yep. There's another onside kick, and, well, a lot of congestion down there, but I think the Lancers fell on it. And they did. Falling on the football was Charlie Cook, number 18, sophomore. And as the wind continues to blow, the Trojans will have to play defense here and get the football back. But they're only down 2 scores, Coach, and there's still 8:53 left.
We need a big defensive play here. We need a turnover. We need a pick or something.
Cheerleaders have made their way over to the student section side in front of us here in the press box. One good thing about you doing this with me tonight, well, there's a lot of good things about it, but I call Coach Lisinski coach and you coach, so I don't have to change any of that up, right? Well, let's see what the Lancers have in store on this possession. The Trojans get a turnover. Here's Williams, Pitzer. And there's a big play, and there's Big Pitzer on the back of Williams. Dylan wasn't the only one there. There was a couple of Trojans over there, but that time Dylan makes the play. Dudzinski, Vinny there as well. So there is behind the chains type of play that they needed.
Boy, did he look huge coming from the backside there.
And he's only going to get better. I mean, this is only his first week back. He started practicing on Monday. He's playing on Friday here. 2nd down and 13. From the Lancer 48-yard line, Fleischer, who's been cool as a cucumber back there, will hand to Williams, and Williams picks his way back to the original line of scrimmage, +1. And Pitzer again on the tackle along with number 88 for the Trojans.
We need a big stop here to force a punt.
Jacob Harris, the senior, actually grabbed him by the ankles. Pitzer cleaned him up. 3rd down, 8 coming up. Trojans getting Doherty on the field here, and now they're confused. They really can't afford to burn a timeout. They might need those. 3rd down and 8, and they're going to give to Williams, and Williams is going to get the first down as he pushes forward inside the 40 to the 37-yard line. Just no answer for this Deer Lakes offense. That time on 3rd and long, they run the football. It's there. They go away from the formation, and they pick up the first down.
Good coaching there.
Coach Burke, give credit to him and his staff.
How long has he been there?
I want to say approaching 10 years. I mean, as a head coach, I'm not 100% sure. I should have done my homework on that one. I did talk with him earlier this week and wanted to get a chance to go down and see him before the game. Wasn't able to do so, but of course I mentioned his son Derek, just an outstanding quarterback for the Lancers. Whoever the offensive coordinator is tonight has drawn up an outstanding game plan. As again, Williams the carry, and Williams is not going to go anywhere. Trojans there, Pitzer again, Harris, Monick, all there for the Trojans, along with Aiden Piper. Loss of 1. 2nd down and 11. But for Deer Lakes right now, they're protecting a 2-touchdown lead. So they're not in a hurry.
I don't think Fleischer's going to put the ball in the air, but you never know. They score a lot of points.
As we approach 6 minutes to play here in the 4th quarter. Southmoreland 49-13. That's a final, defeating Laurel Highlands. And that run will net nothing as Brady Brown and company are there. Doperak comes up. And Pitzer again from the bottom of the pile. 3rd and a little more than 10, but time is ticking away. Both teams with 3 timeouts left. Trojans need to try to strip the football here, get a turnover. I've seen stranger things happen. Next week, the Trojans will head to Burrell to take on the Buccaneers. They are playing Mount Pleasant tonight and losing at last report. Coach Sean Liotta, and great job he does. Fake to Williams, now in trouble. Doherty had him, lost him. Fleischer throws the pass, and it's going to be caught with a flag down. And breaking free, breaking the tackle, heading down the sideline, never went out of bounds. Or did he? Yes, he did.
There's a flag here, and I think there's a late hit on Fleischer.
Why did the official blow it dead back here then? An eligible man downfield against Deer Lakes, but why did the official before the runner scored blow it dead? Zach Grant was headed toward the end zone, and they blew the whistle. Even though it's a flag, I understand that. But you got to let the play go through, right? Intentional. Oh, a late hit. Is that the new roughing the quarterback call? That looked like intentional grounding.
Intentional grounding on a completed pass. I saw the late hit, but
I thought, I was going to say, how could you intentionally ground when you threw the pass first? So offsetting penalties, and we're back to 3rd and 11 again after all of that.
I don't know. You figure this all out. All I know is it stopped raining.
Yeah. And Hayden and Dawn are still in the corner. Just a little more wet. Well, let's see what Fleischer decides to do here on 3rd down and 11. He is going to give to Williams. Williams shake and bake into the secondary and still running hard, and he is, it looks like he has the first down. Yes, he does. Needed 11. He picked up about 13. And a first down for the Lancers and a new set of downs with 5 minutes to go, and that's going to chew up another large chunk of time, Coach. And if they hang on to the football here, it's too late for the Trojans.
Yeah, pretty much. Williams making everything. He has 14 carries for 117 yards, so he's very efficient. And that's every time he touches the football.
Well, I think without looking at my notes, I think he had 118 last week, 114 the first week, and he's right around the same amount. That's production, and they've gotten it from more than just Williams tonight. They've thrown the ball. Fleischer's run it, thrown it. Very impressed with this Deer Lakes offense. Taking the play clock all the way down to single digits. And Fleischer's going to keep, and he's taken down from behind by Pitzer. And Pitzer's going to help him up. And here, if you're Deer Lakes, too, you got to be careful. Obviously, a non-conference game. Late in a game, running your quarterback, you have to be careful with that, too, right?
I would think so. In fact, at this point, you would think they may be subbing some players in because if it's a non-conference game.
Penn Trafford leads Moon 14-7, 5:40 left in the third quarter at Warrior Stadium in Harrison City. Two receivers to the left, and the handoff to Williams. He cuts back, he has room, he's going to cut inside, and he's going to take it for the touchdown. Boy, it's just like a human joystick there. Like a jigsaw. To the right, to the left, right, left, inside, outside, into the end zone. Not really touched. And he takes it from 26 for the score. 34-12, Lancers. The Trojans just had no answer for this Deer Lakes offense tonight.
I think Deer Lakes, they're going to make a lot of defenses work hard to stop them this year. I'm very impressed. They have a nice running game. Fleischer, he's one of the better quarterbacks I've seen in the past few years. And they put points on the board, and they have a good defense. They have a nice football team.
Low snap, Fleischer has to pick it up, and he's going to go down. Conversion no good. 3:23 left in the football game. 34-12, Lancers back after this.
Industrial Packaging Supplies in Blairsville specializes in product protection for all shipping needs. IPS is one of the largest manufacturers of industrial shipping reels and converters of interleaf papers in the Northeast United States. Industrial Packaging Supplies also features a variety of boxes, tape, flow pack peanuts, and corner protectors. Industrial Packaging Supplies, Westinghouse Road, Blairsville. Call 724-458-8299.
Want to tell you, for the latest Westmoreland County football scores tonight, you can follow us on X at Westmoreland SN, or you can check out our scoreboard on top of our website at Westmoreland Sports.
We believe banking
Frequently throughout the night, so you can get the most up-to-the-date scores on all of our Westmoreland County teams. And also, don't forget, each and every Wednesday night, we have our Westmoreland On the Gridiron show. Dan Flickinger, Sean Myers break down each and every game from the high school football season the weekend before, I should say. And they have their vaunted and outstanding plays of the week each and every week on the Westmoreland Sports Network. Hope you can tune in to that. I think you'll enjoy, as this kick is going to be taken by Ricky Daniels, who makes the first man miss, and he goes down at the 41-yard line. And I also want to say, Coach Espo, for the second straight week, a Jeanette Jayhawk won our Westmoreland Sports Network Player of the Week. This week it is Kimoni Brown of Jeanette. Brown racked up 262 yards, 5 touchdowns through the air and ground in the Jayhawks win over Apollo Ridge. Congratulations to our other nominees from last week: Samir Crosby of Greensburg Central Catholic, Jack Weishar of Penn Trafford, Southmoreland's Elliot Primus, and Franklin Regional's Kyle Dupill. 3:18 left in this one. All Deer Lakes now. And when you see the score, it really doesn't indicate the type of game it was, right?
No, it's very close. I mean, Derry had some long drives that got stopped, and Deer Lakes had some quick scores.
Damari has nowhere to go. He is wrapped up, and there's that number 25 again. He's been in the Trojan backfield all night. Jack Guthrie, who made really a couple of big plays, and Ryan Love maybe the biggest play, and that's when the Trojans were driving the football in that long drive they had in the third quarter that took so much time.
Guthrie's only a sophomore.
Yeah. Yep. Lancers will go to 3-0. Trojans will drop to 1-2. Again, these are all non-conference games for these teams early in the season. Sacco's pass is short to Ricky Daniels coming back for it. Wind played a factor in that throw, I believe. A nosedive to the football. But again, you got to look at the positives out of a game like this. And one thing I can say for sure is the Trojan offense and their offensive line, they were moving the football. Positive plays all the way down the field. They just weren't able to capitalize on those possessions where they drove deep into Deer Lakes territory, except for the last one. They did score the touchdown. Sacco winds up and throws down the middle, intercepted. Picked off by Cook, and he's going to return it and come back, and Damari makes the tackle. There's a flag down. That's going to be a hold, and that's going to count. The interception will count. The flag will take Deer Lakes back, but this game, with 2:28 left, is all but over. Williams might be the culprit on that interception return, blocking the back because his hands are up like, what did I do? But that's what they're going to call. We'll have our Pit Stop Pizza and Sunoco player of the game. Latrobe now 42-28. What a barn burner over the Norwin Knights. That game being played at the Castle at Norwin. Mount Pleasant 23, Burrell 13, Derry's next opponent in the fourth quarter. The Trojans will also play Mount Pleasant later in the year. Greensburg Salem 43, Valley 6. The Golden Lions and Ty George going to be 3-0. Thanks to Shirley Flickinger for providing the scores. You okay over there, Coach? You all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. I know you've been under the weather a little bit this week. I appreciate you doing this. And into the game, running with the football, getting a first down, breaking all kind of tackles. New runner into the game, but hey, I'll tell you what, same result. And that was Love, Ryan Love. And a Trojan is down. That is not good news. And that's Max Doprak, who's down on the turf, and hope he's okay, especially this late in a game, Coach, with 2:18 left. But Love, who has gotten some carries this year, late in games, 5'8", 175-pound junior And Max is going to find his way to his feet. And it's like he's holding his head a little bit. Trainer Tyler Bradley out there with him. His mom, Jeannie, as well. There you see Max coming off the field. Tough kid. Just hope he's okay. See what the Lancers decide to do here. Derry does have all 3 timeouts left. I don't know if they would consider using them. Obviously, this game is going to be over. Let's see if Deer Lakes just kneels on it and knowing.
Looks like
it. And this is Coach Burke at his finest here, right? Class act, absolutely. No need to do anything here. The game's in hand. Certainly don't want to get anybody hurt, and you don't want to pour it on either. Play clocks are off. Lancers will kneel on the football, and we'll have our Ameriserve Financial postgame show. That's coming up. We will recap this game for you briefly, and then we will name our Pit Stop Pizza Player of the Game, and then we will also set up next week's matchup, which will be at Burrell. Of course, we'll be on the air at 6:20 with our pregame show and our head coach Mike Arone show to follow. Well, you know, I watched Freeport on film against Indiana, and they came in here, and I thought, my goodness, this is a really strong team. Now, they hurt themselves with penalties, but the Trojans played really well. Deer Lakes I watched on film, and I said the same thing, and I thought, but you don't know what you're really seeing on film, but this team offensively is sharp.
Oh, they're very sharp. Yeah. They have every weapon that they need to be successful on offense. But these are good non-conference games for Derry.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And that's the way you got to look at it. And this was a football game, no question. Even though the score reads 34-12, the Trojans could have cut it to 1 score late in the third quarter if they convert. They're going to let it wind down, 30 seconds left. They're going to walk off the field. Both teams are going to go to their respective sidelines. That'll do it from Trojan Stadium on a very special night. Salute our heroes night. But it's the Deer Lakes Lancers who come in here and spoil it by winning 34-12. And our Ameriserve Financial postgame show is coming up next here on the Westmoreland Sports Network.
We believe banking is about more than money. It's about moments, like the time you opened your Ameriserve checking account to deposit that first paycheck, or were handed the keys to your dream house. Then there's the time you spend planning to make your family's future a bright one. No matter where life takes you, you have a trusted team of professionals at Ameriserve to guide you. Ameriserve, banking for life. Learn more at Ameriserve.com. Ameriserve Financial, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Hey Trojan fans, this is Mike Moxenchuk, president of the Derry Area Education Association. The DAEA would like to wish the Trojan football team, cheerleaders, and marching band best of luck this season. We strive to make a difference in our students' lives and prepare them for the challenges and successes that lie ahead. The Derry Area Education Association. Every student, every day, we make a difference.
Good luck, Trojans, from the Fraternal Order of Eagles, area number 1612 in Derry. The Fraternal Order of Eagles is an international non-profit organization uniting fraternally in the spirit of liberty, truth, justice, and equality. FOE has carried the motto of people helping people for over 110 years in Derry. New members are welcome. Call 724-694-2344. The Fraternal Order of Eagles on East 1st Avenue in Derry. People helping people.
Building Bodies Fitness Center is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, helping the community achieve their fitness goals. Building Bodies features the trademark Top Gun fitness program coached by Derry alum Sean Horwath. It incorporates group personal training, youth fitness, and sports-specific training. Or try our renowned group fitness like Zumba, spinning, step, yoga, and more. Building Bodies is also home to Roughhouse Wrestling, a K-6 wrestling club led by former Trojan State champ Travis Schaefer. Go Derry Trojans from Building Bodies Fitness Center.
State Representative Mike Reese was a great advocate for the kids in our community. He felt athletics were a vital tool in raising healthy, happy kids. The Mike Reese Memorial Fund offers grants to local youth athletic organizations so that every kid has a chance to play. Funding is available for new equipment, registration fee offset, facility improvements, and more. Visit MikeReeseMemorialFund.com to apply.
Debner's Pools, Spas, Lawn and Garden is your go-to source for all of your outdoor needs since 1982. In-ground pools, above-ground pools, swim spas, and hot tubs too. Debner's offers everything from do-it-yourself kits to fully installed special deliveries and everything in between. Let Debner's take the hassle out of your pool experience with the best products and the lowest prices anywhere, so you can start enjoying more priceless time with the ones you love. Why wait? Call or stop in Debner's today.
For over 25 years, Husk Chiropractic has stood as a trusted and experienced provider of chiropractic care in Western Pennsylvania. Husk Chiropractic combines award-winning expert care with compassion to provide personalized treatment plans to meet your individual needs. Don't be sidelined with pain. Allow Husk Chiropractic to help tackle your pain and get you back in the game. Contact us today by calling 724-879-4385. Trust the award-winning care at Husk Chiropractic. And remember, don't let pain adjust how you live. Live well adjusted.
Welcome to tonight's postgame show presented by Ameriserve Financial on South Chestnut Street in Derry. Ameriserve, banking for life. 34-12 in favor of the Deer Lakes Lancers. They led 21-6 at the half. 34-12 final. You look at last week's statistics, it's eerily similar. Last week, Zaire Williams rushed for 3 touchdowns. Tonight, Zaire Williams, 3 touchdowns. Last week, Fleischer, a touchdown run and a touchdown pass. Same thing tonight. 5 touchdowns combined by those guys. And those were the people we talked about, Coach, in the pregame show. And they certainly hurt the Trojans. And I shouldn't just say them. The offensive line did well. He threw to a number of different receivers, and that offense was just clicking too much for the Trojan defense to handle.
Very good offense. Fleischer, like I said before, he's very poised back there. He sits back there. He had nice protection tonight. We didn't get too much pressure on him. And found the open receivers on that quick out in the first half especially. And then Williams, he finds creases, but he also bounces off tackles. And he's had some long runs. And the touchdowns that he scored were nice runs. And he's a good, nice little player.
143 yards on the ground for Zaire tonight. That is his longest, or the most he has gotten this year. Third straight game over 100 yards. And they held Damari Robinson in check tonight, did Deer Lakes. I'm sure they were keying on Damari tonight, but what did he finish with?
He had 27 carries. I got him for 82
Wow,
yards.
that's a lot of carries, too. That's a workload for Damari. But the good news for the Trojans is you got to look at the positives, too. And I mentioned the offensive line, but how about Justin Papuga? They put him in, and he ran hard. He ran lower tonight. And, he was really a catalyst on a couple of those drives, picking up some first downs and, throw Max Doherty in for a carry. Brady Brown scores a touchdown on a carry. They need that, and that's what these exhibition games are for, to be able to see what you have once conference starts. You can't just have one guy. I mean, unless he's just tremendous. Like, we know what Ahmad Ward did last year, and what he was capable of doing, even if he just had a little bit of a seam. You need other guys.
And they're going to get them. Once they get Pitzer more reps in practice, I expect him to go both ways, most likely. They're going to get Colin Barkley back in a couple weeks, ready for conference play. Derry's going to be just fine. And, they're always going to be prepared, and they'll make their adjustments at halftime. They're very well coached, and the kids love playing for this coaching staff. So it's going to be a fun conference season for them.
Yep, good point. And stay healthy and hope Max Dobrak is okay. Let's look at the scoreboard real quick one more time and tell you that Mount Pleasant leads Burrell 23-13. That's late in the fourth quarter. Actually, it's a final now. Final 23-13. Mount Pleasant wins. Ligonier Valley 27, Jeanette 20 at the end of three quarters. Latrobe beats Norwin 42-28. Penn Trafford leads Moon 14-7. Early stages of the fourth quarter. Hayden is watching that one right now on the Westmoreland Sports Network on his cellular device. Greensburg Salem 43, Valley 6. That is a fourth quarter score. And Upper St. Clair defeated Franklin Regional, a very good Upper St. Clair team and a good Franklin team too. But tonight, 45-7, they take the loss over Upper St. Clair. Our Pit Stop Pizza and Sunoco player of the game tonight for the Trojans, we're going to give it to Brady Brown. Did another, as usual, job defensively all over the place, but he also rushed, had a rushing touchdown for the Trojans, and he ran for 45 yards on the night for the Trojans, who lose tonight 34-12. We will be at Burrell Buccaneer Stadium next week, 6:20 airtime here on the Westmoreland Sports Network. The Trojans will take on Burrell. Lorenzo Cota on the camera tonight. Excuse me, losing my voice. Nicolette Peterson and Colton Peterson, who was so good tonight here with Mom up here in the press box, and now he's hanging on the door because he wants to go home, running production tonight. Want to thank Hayden as well, and also all the great people here at Derry, our grounds crew, Nick Raymond, who always helps us out here at Trojan Stadium. Want to thank him as well. And Tom, thank you, sir, for stepping up and not doing your job you were supposed to do here tonight, because Nick did that for you. But thanks for helping out here. You're a big part of our network, usually on the camera, but tonight you stepped in admirably.
Well, thank you. It was fun to do, and maybe if Bob goes away again, I can do it again.
Hayden, last words, because Lorenzo's cold down there, and it's going to rain again.
Go get them next week, Trojans.
All right, there you go. Go get them next week. That's a great way to put an end to tonight's game. So thank you to everybody, Shirley Flickinger, for providing us the scores, and everybody here at Derry Area. We will see you again next week here on the Westmoreland Sports Network. Have a great weekend, everybody.